Ruslan Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, guys, we're back. Had to reset it. I went down to I went down to 720, and I have the Zoom call on different Wi-Fi. So let's see if this works. Crazy internet issues. Cox is coming next door to try and fix the internet next door without drilling through walls and making HOA mad and finding me. So we're gonna try to do this thing, guys. I apologize. I'm doing everything I can to work through this. The long story is we have old lines in the building that make the internet extremely unstable when we when there's a lot of people using it, because the old lines allow for interference. Because the old lines allow for interference, it just becomes a hot mess. So if you're watching this live, I appreciate you. Click out, give this video a quick thumbs up. I'm dropping the link on where you can submit now. And so yeah, we're trying to make it work. Appreciate everybody being here. The Zoom call is popping. It's a gang of y'all in the Zoom call. Just FYI, if we're going in the order you submitted in, so if you submitted in earlier in the night, you're gonna go first. So like, I'm gonna name out some names. If you hear your name, do me a solid, hit participants and throw your hand up. Zoom call, folks. Juan, Iola, Alcott, Rome, Penny, Kid, Emmy, and Bats. Throw your hand up so I can get to you easier, and that'll be fantastic. Also, please make sure your name is the same on Zoom as it is in Patreon. So we're going at 720. Quality's a little less than I would like it to be, but I think we'll be fine. Again, guys, hey, if you know of a contractor in Southern California who could help me out with this, I do not mind paying per earliest. Perfect. Okay, so they're coming tomorrow between 8 and 10. That's awesome. Super excited that Cox is coming back. So I downsized the stream to 1 megabyte up at 720 instead of 1080. How does it look and sound to you guys? If you guys can click the thumbs up, get us back in that YouTube algorithm, that would be incredible. Again, apologies for all these shenanigans. I had issues on a freaking stream with Alan Parr this morning. Like Alan Parr, like 600,000 subscribers. So imagine how frustrating that was. But anyway, we're going to get this thing going. Appreciate everybody being here. Again, if you know of a contractor in Southern California that can help me, let me know. I'm down to pay and get this resolved correctly. However, I'm also 150% down to just move if I got to move. Tomorrow, Cox is coming to figure out a workaround. All right, let me jump into this. Okay, first up, we got the home you pinned up here in just a second. Bear with me, Juan. Boom. Let's get that going. So guys, if you're here, do make sure your name is the same on Patreon as it is on Zoom. It just helps me out a ton. Also, make sure your camera's wide. That helps, meaning sideways. And we're gonna jump right into some music from the homie Juan. Key things I noticed for myself was the end to get some better mixing and better production, so my voice sync with the beat a little more. Is there any more input? Okay, cool. So I'm assuming this isn't mixed, or it's not mixed well. All right, let's jump into it. What number would you like the technician to call you? 760-224-3368. All right, Juan, let's do this thing.
Always trying to tell you that I'm done right. Always trying to tell you I love you and I. Always trying to tell you that I'm done right. Always trying to tell you I love you and I. Always trying to tell you that I'm done right. Always trying to tell you I love you and I. Always trying to tell you that I'm done right. But always gotta be low key to swerving through the ocean of my insecurity, so you never see me smoking. Only investing in the aspect of being focused. How would I grow up to be the one who's never growing? Never wanna kill the man who has yet to be molded on the reality that they will never be emolded. But keep the strap on me, cause while they have yet to be molded, They mismatch readily, so I gotta stay reloaded. On the bridge reloaded, mirror shows the chosen one that I am, but silence reveals all the holding. All of my regrets are meant to me to be imposing. Lay up on the block to show these jits I ain't no phony. Grab a phone, leave me all alone. Casting my regrets to the one who always strong. Cause the strength he gave me to be all alone. Can't relate to my demise cause all I chase is bones. To the bones of my death, wanna grab on the tick. Muscle flex, ebony dialect. But respect, what you trying to regress to? Boy flex, boy you know I flex too. I don't even go to that. Only that bitch he got is a couple cognac, he'll quarterback. Trippin' on me when driver bust a Pontiac. Motor red, but who am I to point at imperfections when I hate to learn the lessons of why she just need to throw it back over there. But I say here, then I grab her by the rear. Multiple times so I see tears, all my eyes will stay so clear. Overdosing on no presence, but it's killing me. Addiction to go the rock, I shouldn't go now. I see it so fluorescent. Don't know what to do, hope they not just craving boo. Rather than thinking Benjamins on the lanes and be productive too. I commend all them gentlemen that never struggle with the things I do. Recommend never let a man to confuse you with the thought of you.
Yeah. You rapping, Juan. You rapping. I like it, man. Great job, bro. So I really like it. I think this is the strongest thing you submitted. I hear you punching more, which is super dope. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is growth here. I think you know what you need to do in terms of making the mixing better. So definitely lean into that. And keep experimenting with your tone, and so that you're not monotone as much. Your voice is dope, but I liked it when you just kind of flipped it up and went higher and lower and did different stuff like that. I think it's super fly. So that will be my advice is like, bro, yeah, work on that mixing. And there's a lot of good resources out there that you can learn to mix yourself. Just start with the basics: compression, equalization, de-esser, reverb. That sequence or a sequence of those 4 effects will get your stuff sounding fairly good without needing to spend, a ton of money on like fancy plugins and stuff like that. So YouTube University, man, there's a lot you can learn just off of that. What is a de-esser? What is a compressor? What is the EQ? And in that sequence or a sequence of those effects, I think will get you popping on the mixing fairly quick. You're muted, boss. You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. You said de-esser, compressor, equalizer, and what was the 4th thing?
Reverb.
Reverb?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do compression, EQ, de-esser, reverb. That's the sequence I do it in. Some people do de-esser, compression, EQ. But in that format, there's a whole debate on which one you should be doing, which order. But generally speaking, that is the effects that you're going for.
Got you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Shoot me a DM if you need some help with that stuff. I'll send you the right direction.
I got you. Thank you.
All right, we got the homie out.
She only kissed me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. Motives ulterior, no dose of fear in the chasing the bag. Man, this chick is so ruthless. She wanna kiss me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. Motives ulterior, no dose of fear in the chasing the bag. Man, this chick is so ruthless. I don't know, love for the coin, love for the coin. Baby, what is it you think you doing? Selling love for the coin. She only kissed me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. She only kissed me like Judas. Kiss me like Judas. Look, I fell in love with the temptress. I need to keep up my defenses. Yeah, she fit the templates of those who attempt to seem temperate. They leave me to die in the tempest and won't keep no remnants. She don't care what the means, only want what the ends is. With interest and pension and bench on attention from yes men and henchmen with sketchy intentions. Her business is Benz, she never ride metro. Always still in my thunder, she a klepto. Got me working, always picking up the tempo. Man, this girl is really sicker than a strepto. Say she love me,
so I've got one big topic.
I don't believe her, but a lot of deceivers is beautiful and talk a lot sweeter than most do. Oh shoot, it's something I regrettably fold to. Something I regrettably fold to. She only kissed me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. Motives ulterior, no dose of fear in the chasing the bag. Man, this chick is so ruthless. She wanna kiss me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. Motives ulterior, no dose of fear in the chasing the bag. Man, this chick is so ruthless. I don't know, love for the coin, love for the coin. Baby, what is it you think you doing? Selling love for the coin. She only kissed me like Judas. I think her heart is so twisted like Rubik's. She only kissed me like Judas. Kiss me like Judas. Kiss me like Judas.
Yo, this is dope, Alcott. What I like about this is that it's a simple hook, but it's a disruptive hook, right? So it's just a good starting line. And a lot of times that's what a good hook is, man. It's just a good line that's disruptive. She wanna kiss me like Judas. Boom. That's like a, oh, whoa, Judas kissed Jesus, betrayed Jesus. Like it paints such a good image, and it's just simple. It's easy to vibe out to. A lot of times I think we be trying to overdo the hooks. You know what I'm saying? So I think you nailed this, bro. I think you nailed this. It's short. You're freaking spazzing on it like you're usually doing, but it's packaged in a way where the hook is this nice motif that you keep going back and into and keep kind of jumping in and out of the hook and the verse. And where does the hook start? And where does the verse begin? Like, it's dope, bro. I think this is my favorite thing I've heard from you. And I've heard a lot of really good stuff from you recently. So keep going, bro. Like, keep going. This is the format right here. This is it. These types of hooks, this bounce on you, this tempo, and just the whole groove of it, I think is fire. It lets you be you as a lyricist, but it makes it palatable in the sense that it's not just like really advanced rapping for long times. You know what I'm saying? This is Alcott, ladies and gentlemen. ALCOTT. If you could drop your handles in a YouTube chat, Alcott, folks could track you down. That'd be fire.
Yeah. Hey, and people should vote for me for Rapzilla Freshman too.
Yo, how many people we got nominated for Rapzilla Freshman this year from the Patreon? We got Alcott, we got Bats, we got is K9 in the mix? K9, and then there was someone else I feel like
350.
350. That's 4. Yo, that's 4. That's amazing. Who else? Who else is nominated?
Legacy's in here, right?
Legacy's in here. Yep,
right?
that's 5. So that's incredible that there's so much talent in this community, bro. I'm so humbled to be here with you guys every Friday and just see you guys grow and evolve and get better and better. It's really cool. And I think Alcott, I think you're really the one of the best examples of someone that you've always been solid, but now you're really coming into your own of just like having a sound, having a lane, having a vibe. And my heart, honestly, for this channel is as the viewership grows and as we get more eyeballs, that we can point people to dope art that there may not be on, and they may not be in the Rapzilla ecosystem, or they may not be in the Christian hip hop ecosystem, but they come across my channel, then they pull up on a Friday, then they get exposed to all this dope stuff. So yeah, man, go vote for the homies. Alcott, Bats 350, Rapzilla Freshman, 2021. Very cool, man. So great job, bro. I messed with it big time.
Appreciate it. Hey, send me beats, man.
I got you, man. I got you. I'm gonna forward you some stuff that I sent Nick today, and then me and Ray are just gonna cook up a pack for you. I got the studio finally up. You know what I'm saying? And with this internet, I got nothing else to do but to make some beats.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right, I got you. Guys, that's Sam Alcott. Alcott on all platforms. Alcott, drop your handle. We got the homie Rome. What up, big homie? Here's a video shot and edited and released joint to go. Definitely feedback on video. Dope. My man out here shooting his own videos. I mess with it, bro. Rome.
I'm just trying to go. When it's time to go, I approach it sober. Freedom for the soul, and I know you know this. When it's time to go, I'm just trying to go, yeah. When it's time to go, I'm just trying to go. I roll, walk the boat, park my place and go. Off the road, borrow more, bitch my grandma home. So I'm broke, holding on, but it's almost time. All my heart's gon' fly, and my soul gon' cry. Don't cry, tryna rewind like that. Yeah, they call them angels when they gone, but when they run, don't hear no halo. And they like to blow you off until their horns get caught in angels. Oh my God, yeah, I'm just tryna go. When it's time to go, I approach it sober. Yeah, freedom for the soul, and I know you know this. When it's time to go, I'm just tryna go, yeah. When it's time to go, I'm just tryna go. When it's time to go, when it's time to go, yeah. I'm just tryna grow till it's time to go, yeah. When it's time to go, I approach it sober, yeah. When it's time to go, freedom to the soul. 10 toes, dance with my woes like Toronto slang. Truth now to LA, angels in my holster. God hand, I'm through the storm in the low keys. Flex change it, but let the vaccination for his patience. Raining over nations, breaking every occupation on the faith. Hey, no change, but I see the slaves get so activated. Rapping for their faith, they get so captivated. How they master actually the way you gonna liberate. Hey, I'm just trying to go. Yeah, when it's time to go, I approach it sober. time to go, I'm just trying to go. When it's time to go, when it's time to go. Yeah, I'm just trying to go till it's time to go, yeah. When it's time to go, I approach it's over.
Yo, that joint is fire, bro. Okay, so here's some good things. The video has a story. There's a narrative here. I mean, the song is hot. I think you know that, but the video has a story here. This progressing. You got really good. The color grade is smart because as you're starting to get into your own videos, he edited this and shot this. Color is one of the toughest things to do, like good color correction, right? So a way a lot of folks cheat is they actually go the black and white route. They go and intentionally degrade it and make it look more lo-fi, right? And so I would have went grittier than this. Like I would have added more film grain and made it even more gritty because you know, you either want to go high, like really high quality or really gritty. So I like the story. I like the black and white color grade. I think I would have moved through the car shots a little faster. About half the video is you in a car, which is not bad, but I think you could have done something to break that up a bit. That's really my only critique on the video. This shot is fire. This right here, the symmetry on this shot with it's like a, I don't know what that is, like a church type situation. That's really good. Excuse me, the funeral, obviously. And then the reveal at the end was cool. I like that reveal at the end a lot. I think that's what your name on a tombstone. I think you did a good job, bro. This looks 100 times better than my first music video that I ever shot and directed. So what did you shoot this on, Rome, real quick? You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I actually shot that on a Panasonic GH4.
Okay.
And it had like I think a 15 to 35 millimeter lens. This cat from my church who let me borrow his camera. And so he also helped me, like, just taught me the road sort of how to use it. And so, yeah, trying to invest in my own, since the last joints I had was just on my iPhone 7 Plus. So just trying to keep on, you know what I'm saying, upgrading it.
Yep.
Hopefully get this next one real quick. But yeah, I really appreciate the feedback. I did desaturate it because I just thought that would fit that darker vibe more. Mm-hmm. But that color grade needs a beast, man. So
yeah, check out Cooney Cam. Check out Cooney Cam. It's not a free app. It's like a $20, $30 app on the iPad or the iPhone. And it has some really dope presets and color grades in there. So check that mug out. I think it'll help you out with adding like grit and grain and dust and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, I messed with it, bro. I messed with it big time. All right, let's keep this. Say it again.
You got any feedback on the mix? On that specifically,
it's the same thing. You need a combination of compression and EQ on your vocal. Compression, EQ, de-esser. Like I want you to start playing with 4-to-1 compression, EQ, and de-esser.
Okay, that's a bit.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you, brother. We got to do like we'll do like a mixing boot camp at some point in the coming weeks where we'll do like a private Zoom call and I'll just walk, like get somebody's vocal. I'll just walk you guys through like some basic mixing stuff. So just bear with me as I get everything situated and we'll figure something out. I got you. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. We got the homie Penny next. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to get Penny pinned up here. Hey guys, if you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. If you want to get your music heard, the link is pinned up above for our Patreon $17 tier. And again, just let us know where you're watching this from. Shout out to everybody watching on all the platforms. And check this out real quick.
Kingstream Entertainment. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
One of the most frequently asked questions I get from Christian artists, Christian producers, Christian TikTokers, Christian YouTubers, it's the same question. Quality or quantity? And the answer is both, but it's quality that's good enough and a lot of it. Let me give you an example. A couple weeks ago, me and my family had a blast going to Big Bear Mountain here in Southern California. Yes, we do get snow in Southern California, and it was incredible. And we went to have some breakfast. This restaurant was booming, it was popping. We walked in, and sure enough, my son wanted pancakes. Now, you can't really screw up pancakes, right? So what happens? He orders pancakes and they bring them out, a massive pancakes. These pancakes were so big that they needed pizza boxes to go boxes, right? And we're like, what's those pizza boxes for? And they're like, oh, it's for the pancakes. So what do you think the average person is more excited about? A big thing on their plate, a lot of quantity, or a very small pancake, but all the flavors and the nuance of the texture is just incredible. People want quantity, but there's a level of diminishing return. So my advice to everybody who's a Christian creator, make it good enough and then make as much of it as you can. Make it quality enough, make as much of it as you can. So the answer is both, but I would err on the side of quantity once you get your quality good enough. And by the way, the more you make, and the more you pay attention, the more deliberate you are, the better you will get and the more the quality will increase. I'm about to crack 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. Best believe my 1,000th video is gonna be way better than my 500th video. And my 500th video was way better than my 50th video. So the question, quality or quantity, the answer is get the quality good enough and make a lot of it.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, guys, we are back. We got more amazing music that you've never heard. Next up, we got the homie Penny with another record he did pre-Christ. So just keep it in mind, there's going to be some edited profanity on here. Heads up.
I told you I was coming home. Baby, I had to find you. I told you I was coming home. Laying right beside you. Told you I was coming home. Baby, I had to find you. But with you, baby, I am home. Laying right beside you. Home is where the heart is. I used to be heartless. The best way to start this tiny ass apartment. 7 years ago, I was raw and uncut. And I was still pitch and blow, well, a little extra cut. Trying to squeeze every penny out of dollar. I was hustling. Left and right, all my homies getting busted. You're an angel sent from God that I trusted. I walked away from everything, yeah, I said f*** it. At first I was nervous, give my heart away. Oh no. When you saw me do that line, I can see it in your eyes. You were shamefully surprised. Oh no, 'cause you were fragile. I'm sorry that your world was so cold. At that time I didn't know your ex was on dope. I tucked your ear off in the blistering cold, in the middle of the street when you told me go home. Oh no, I told you I was coming home. Baby, I had to find you. I told you I was coming home. Laying right beside you. Told you I was coming home. Baby, I had to find you. But with you, baby, I am home. Laying right beside you. You truly are my best friend.
Yo. How long ago did you do this record, Penny? How long ago did you do this record, Penny?
I probably recorded it like 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
Got you. Yeah, man. I think it's dope, bro. I think I like you on this tempo, these BPMs.
Right.
I think it's a solid pocket for you. I think you paint some really good imagery. I think it's emotional. It's relatable. And this might be one of the more stronger hooks that I've heard from you in terms of just how simple it is. It's easy to say, I told you I was coming home. You know what I mean? I think it's solid, bro. Right. I think you did your thing on this. I don't really got nothing else for you. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's congruent to what you're trying to do now as a Christian. That would be my that would be my advice. You know what I'm saying? As a believer, like make sure if you're gonna take out the cuss words or re-record those parts or whatever, just make sure that it's reflective of where you're at. I don't think there's anything wrong with just editing them, you know. But yeah, man, that's really it, bro. I mess with it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man, good stuff. That's Penny. Penny, drop your handle in the chat if you could, so folks could check you out. All right, next up we got the homie Kid Emmy. Kid Emmy's always hyping the Zoom call. He be in there just turning up.
Records flying off the shelves, ends justify the means well. I swear that I don't mean well, but in the end stupidity sells. But in the end stupidity sells. But in the end stupidity sells. But in the end stupidity sells.
Hey, I hope that all of these kids picking up on my waist cause they think that it's dope. I'd rather pick up a blade that's a pen and go feed them some realness and hope. I like to make stupid music, abuse it and use it to influence folks. Nah, I'd rather pick up some influence and use it to pick up lost searching souls. Yeah, telling to do drugs, they dying, it's too tough, you know that this could have been stopped. But you said I'll be fine, I swear that it's been like a Hoya and you still are gone. These people are too dumb, they take them, they're too numb, they put it all up in a song. The pills that he popping to hide from a cop and it ended up being the reason he dropped.
Oh,
This man getting a selfie with me. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you can, boss. Make sure that YouTube is muted in the background. Why do I hear echo? Is that somebody at in your place talking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So hey,
Ruslan, you told me, he's like, I want to hear like a lot of your old stuff.
I think Penny's unmuted.
So
okay.
I already knew that, and I told him.
Boom.
There we go.
Okay, dope.
YouTube.
Hey, I like this record. I like how short it is. I like the vibe of it. Bro, you just have to work on the energy and the delivery and the enunciation. If you can get that tight and clean and clear, I think that's going to be the way you level up as an artist. So specifically, punching and not reading is just the two biggest game changers for most people. I'm not sure if you're still punching or if you're not reading. But I would say absolutely start doing those two things and you'll instantly notice a quality jump in the delivery, in the passion, and the energy, all the above. And I'd recommend most people don't read their raps unless they've been rapping for 5-10 years and they already sound super confident. So that would be my advice to you, bro, is like keep working on that delivery, that energy, your tone, because you have a good ear for beats. You making really cool wavy stuff. I think there's something here. Just be attentive and deliberate about every single word being clear, every single word sounding good, every single tone sounding good, and not rushing through your recording process.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I recorded that song, I think, in December.
Okay.
Same with Snappin'.
Okay.
So Snappin's the one you heard last time, and you gave me the same feedback. So I think I just kind of need to switch up my recording process.
Do you have your own setup? Like you got a USB mic, or are you recording yourself?
I got the AP 2020. It's a pretty
perfect. Yeah, you on, bro.
I got the focus right.
There you go. Yeah, you good. So just
like
record more. Just really record more and try not to read and try not to read. Try to punch and comp your vocals. Look up comping vocals, and and I think you'll be on your way, bro.
Yeah. I was in Florida about a week and a half ago, and my grandma for my birthday, she got me a studio session, and I tried out a few of the things you told me, like punching it a little bit more.
Yeah, shout out to grandma.
Yeah, no, grandmas are the best, especially the ones on your mom's side. You know? They always be doing the most, trying to spoil, and it was great. It was really fun.
I love it, brother. Good job, man, and congrats on that studio session, bro. Very cool.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, we got the homie Bats. We're gonna jump right into his submission. Junior, I see you're in the Zoom call, Junior. I don't know if you submitted something or if you just wanted to talk about the internet. But okay, no, you submitted something, so I'm gonna wait for you to get here. I know you said you're a contractor, so we'll wait till you get here. But let's jump into Bats right now. He said he just cooked this up last night. Already sounds good.
This the origin story. Yeah, this the origin story. up, but now I'm pretty mature. We grew up poor with the palace on the floor, and now I'm sure that future me be glad that I worked so hard so we can tour. It's only the beginning, y'all don't know what's on in store. When it's yours, I'm that bastard that mastered the floor they wasn't asking for. These rappers, yeah, they scared cause they know I'ma wipe the floor. I'm kinda sore, I'm a connoisseur for carrying this rap game. The way I do it's a shame. It was 2002, March 17th. My mama funny pushed me out and yeah, she felt relief. She looked me in my eyes to see something so heavenly. And Carlton was the name that was given upon to me. And honestly, I'm just trying to build my intellect when I am in effect. And I respect all the greats that paved the road for who was next. And I don't manifest and I detect and I suspect that y'all collect or not neglect and you was not correct. This the origin story. Yeah. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. Yeah. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. All these youngins, man, they want us to change, but not even realizing they incessant with change. And that's a shame, dang, that you don't see no bigger picture. No, you don't get it now, but I ain't here to make it clearer. You be blaming everybody, but just look up in that mirror. You don't even realize that your win is getting nearer. You and me a sinner at the table having dinner. You be claiming you a killer like there ain't nobody iller. I'm just working for the future while I'm suffering today. Y'all just worried about some change. I'm just trying to build a state on that lifestyle that y'all live. I'm sorry I cannot relate no more. How I used to be, I can't believe that he just said the boy. Y'all gon' feel my soul through this interface from place to place, and I just stayed and I display. I work hard and I don't play. The past made me who I am today, and that life that I live I can never erase. This the origin story. Yeah. Origin. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. Yeah. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story. Origin. Yeah.
Yo, that joint crazy, bro. How did you get the scratches? Are you doing all that on your own?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm finesse. I'm over like going. I might be lagging, so my bad.
No, you good.
But I'm like going on Splice, or I go on like track lips, and I just go search for scratches, and then like I cut them up like individually.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like one bar, not even one bar. It's like a slight line, and I just piece them together.
So you're saying the bar, and then you're finding scratch sounds and putting them in between. So that's not even your voice that's actually being scratched.
Yeah, and then I'm taking some of my vocals, cutting it up like tiny pieces, out of like slowing down and like you know how it be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slowing it down, speeding it up in some parts.
Wow. So, yeah. Shout out to you, Bats. This man, straight wizardry, bro. You know, back in the day, we'd have to go find like a real, I mean, to this day, I still wouldn't be able to figure all that out. I'd go find a real DJ and have to pay him to do scratching that sounds that cool. And this man got like real, like that's like, he sound like real scratching.
It was 2002.
Hold on, let me bring this back.
So we can talk. It's only the beginning. Y'all don't know what's on in store. When it's yours, you was not correct. Nah, this the origin story. Yeah. Origin.
That's insane.
Yeah, this the origin story. Origin. Yeah. This the origin story.
Yeah, bro. That's that. Okay, the record is crazy. The fact that you got it to sound that real by just chopping splice samples and using your voice is very impressive. So I like it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We need more. We need more, Bats.
Definitely. I feel like it's missing something. Like I don't know. Like you say any like critique? Like you think it's just good how it is?
I think it's missing a fire TikTok video to go along with it and hack away, so these kids can see how important this is and how dope it is.
All right, bet, definitely. Okay, I was feeling some certain way, but thank you.
Nah, I don't think it's missing anything, bro. I mess with it. Drop your handle in the YouTube chat, please, because some folks want to check you out.
All right, definitely I will. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ruslan.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, we got the homie One Way Nick up next. One Way Nick been coming with it. I'm excited to hear this joint. Been collaborating with other artists, bigger platforms recently. This feature project with Good Old Boy releasing April 2nd. All right, I'm on the hook in the first verse. Heck yeah. It's a music video? Let's go. Okay.
She just want me by her side, but lately I've been on my grind. She just wants me home at night. I've been working overtime. You can see this fire in my eyes. I've just had a lot on my mind. I never meant to make you cry. Baby, I apologize. Lately, I've been infatuated. Baby, you got my head going crazy. Can't breathe without me suffocating. Hate that you love me, it's complicated. Ran it up, I took the heart away. I never meant to take your heart away. Together,
This
we've
video
been through
crazy.
a lot of pain. Just hold me down and we gon' make it through the rain. Lately, I've been on that grind and hustle till this money double type of vibe. Girl, you know I love you and I'm working for a better life. But right now I gotta get it. Early morning till the night. I need to know you rocking with me and you sticking by my side. Tell me, am I wrong or right? Can you hold me down on the ground while I'm on these
Cadence
slides?
switch up.
Need you to decide. Is you ride or die? You just want my time. But I gotta slide, I'm on this grind for you and I. She just want me by her side, but lately I've been on my grind. She just wants me home at night. I've been working overtime. You can see this fire in my eyes. I've just had a lot on my mind. I never meant to make you cry. Baby, I apologize.
All my adventures leading back to our castle. It's just a shack till I get up my cash flow. I know you lonely and you hate to watch the grass grow. You know it's all for us, don't treat me like it. So you know it's only.
Yo, he got like a almost like a country, almost like a country rap vibe to him. Your homie, I'm not sure what his name is.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I think the video is super cool, bro. So me and you got to be the same age if you got a Not of This World tattoo, or near the same age, because I saw on your neck the throwback.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, man.
I'm 20. I just turned 27.
Oh, okay. No, I'm way off then, because I thought that was what we grew up. What I grew up on was Not of This World, and that whole what is it? What's the store called? C28.
Okay, yeah.
And that whole thing. Yeah, man. I like this video. Okay, this critique is gonna be wild, so I'm just gonna brace you for it. Okay, just brace me for it.
Come on, bro.
I think the girl, if you're trying to paint this picture, these girls could have been a bit more ratchet. If you're trying to paint this like wild image. That would be my only feedback. These look like the sisters from Bible study trying to act. That would be the only feedback. Is if you're trying to go dark, you got to go dark. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So yeah, let me chime in real quick. So I actually started working with like a bunch of just different artists, and so these guys, the Good Old Boys, they're from like, they live like 30 minutes north of Sacramento, right?
Okay.
And they released a song called Country of the City. They do country hip hop.
Okay.
And like, I've known these guys.
They're in California and they do country hip hop?
Yes, bro.
Shout out to them, bro.
Bro, like they just started like to pop. Like their song Country of the City just hit 11 million views.
Wow.
So they're lightweight blowing up. And so they hit me up. They heard like my gospel album.
Yeah.
And like hit me up. And this is like after I got saved and I haven't been like working with anybody. I just started doing music again. I released a gospel album, Street Songs. And they hit me up. They're like, bro, we love it. Like, why are we working, man?
Yeah.
Like, and so like I was like, nah at first. And I had to deal with my own like religious like perceptions that I had and a lot of other stuff going on that I think I've matured in.
Yeah.
To where I don't feel like I have to overcompensate and be super.
They got a song called Big
Jesus,
Trucks.
Jesus.
That's they got a song called Big Trucks. Freaking.
Oh my God, bro. Check them out, bro. They're crazy. Like they got some like they're off the hook. Like they're off the hook for real. They're definitely not a Christian group. I'll just say that. But I know them personally. You know what I mean? I built relationships.
So you're saying the girls in the video were like their girls? Or like their homegirls?
Yeah, that's like my girl is actually my homegirl Emily. like who's a friend of mine, but that's like literally the other guy's like wives in the video. So
got you. Okay, well, shout out to the wives. You know,
yeah,
that was my only
I really
critique.
like the hook. I just don't really like the verse. I think the verse could have been way better.
You think your verse could have been better?
Way better. I just thought like I came super. Somebody said something about the mixing on it, but like what I thought I could have done.
Mm-hmm.
What I like, I had a vision for like what I wanted it to sound like, and like the melody and the harmony that I wanted to go for.
Yeah.
But it was just like it wasn't it. Either that or like the engineer was just like working and really not like he was just crunching time and trying to get it out. You know what I mean? Or something. So
yeah, I wasn't paying attention, but it didn't like throw me off. I thought you did what the song needed it to do. Like sometimes you do appearances and features and you want to like crush it and kill it, but a good feature is like delivering what the song requires. You know what I'm saying? So like you could have like switched it up and did some wild melodic stuff or did some like double time, you know what I mean? And like try to steal the show, but you did what the song called you to do, and I think that's was what you're supposed to do on a feature. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate you too, Junior.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Good job, brother. I appreciate you, man. Good stuff. All right, yo, next up we got Sebastian, Hector, and Luther Creates. All right, so if I say, and then Johan. So if I say your names, do me a solid, throw your hand up, and then Junior right after that. So again, Sebastian, Hector, Luther, and Johan. Throw your hand up. If you want your music reviewed, it is pinned up. Okay, it is pinned up in the comments section. And what you want to do is go over there. That is for our Patreon community. And it is $17 a month. You get weekly access to music submissions, weekly access to Zoom calls, and so on and so forth. And those prices consistently go up. So there's folks that have been here since the beginning, and they're still paying $5 a month because they just day ones. And then there's folks that are new, and they're paying $17. So if you want to be a part of that, you can. If you want a one-off review, that's $75 super chat, and that's because YouTube takes a percentage of that. So, and I don't like doing one-offs of folks that aren't in the community because I can't do it over Zoom and I can't see you face to face. So that would be my recommendation. All right, we got the homie Sebastian. Excited to check this out.
Lord, I'm lost. The truth is I'm hopeless, depraved and just broken. I'm lost. Yeah. My sin is an ocean I can't keep afloat, and I'm lost.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming. I can't help but dwelling on lost.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm lost. But thank God you saved my soul, yeah. Thank God you made me whole, yeah. 'Cause if you left it up to me, I know I'd never make it home, yeah. You stepped down from your throne, and for my sake you were forsaken. So come and claim my heart and make it yours for the taking. I need you by my side, I need you in my life. I need you to take my bloodstained hands from crimson into white. I need you.
Come on.
I need you. Lord, I'm found a prisoner to self, but you broken my cell. Yeah, I'm found.
Wow.
With death off my shoulders, my life is to know. Yeah, I'm found. Yeah. I don't care what they think, they can say what they wanna say, do what they wanna do, but I wanna follow you, be who you want me to. Run to the
That joint is crazy, bro. All right.
Yeah.
I just added
Thank
it.
you, man.
I just added it to our God's Dream playlist on Spotify. Very well done, bro. Very, very well done. I think I think you killed it. I think let me move this up towards the top of the playlist before I forget. Hold on. Yeah, dude, I think it's good. So I think if I'm you, this vibe and this kind of like, it's like a new worship vibe. My advice would be start reaching out to other emerging worship artists. Think Sarah Jewers, think Montel Fish, think I Am Rescued. And I would say start collaborating and creating your own ecosystem for this whole lane. Because I think it's a very, very, very dope vibe. And I think the lane is wide open for it. But it is going to require some heavy lifting in terms of like creating this with fellow creatives and building those relationships and those connections. But I think it's very, very well done. But I think collaborations is going to be how this gets out there. And so if you guys want to hear it, it's on his, your name is, wait, let me see, just Sebastian V on Spotify if you guys want to find that record. If not, I'm also going to post our playlist in the chat right now. So you guys can check out oh, you already just posted it. Thank you, Psychology Spot. So it's on our playlist, and you could just follow him at Sebastian V on Spotify. Do you have other stuff out? How long you been doing music, bro?
Well, I've been doing music for a really long time. But I just put out these 2 songs, I think like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So there's that one, and there's one more that's on my Spotify.
Heck yeah. So this is your first like official release?
Yeah, I put a song out a long time ago, but I never really took it too seriously.
Okay.
And I've been kind of working on other artists' music since then. But yeah, I guess this would be my first official release.
Let's go, man. That's the beauty of kind of being in the cut and working on other stuff, helping other artists, is by the time you go to drop your first thing, it's this good. You know what I'm saying? Most folks who don't have time to work behind the scenes, work with other artists, write, produce, usually they're struggling through getting their first release out, and it's not this good. This is like ready to go, you know? So
I appreciate that, man.
I love it, man. I think it's very well done, and my advice to you would be collaborations and Instagram ads, and then once you get some revenue streams going, you know, just thinking of creative ways to market that joint.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, brother. Great job. All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
We got the homie Hector next. He has a song called Heroes SC, A Better Way. New video I dropped today talking about some past struggles. Mental overwhelm causing me to be stagnant. Okay, cool. I got you, Hector. You could just keep yourself muted for now, and we're going to jump right into it.
I've been writing them hits with the slick finishes since I was like 6, playing Sonic on Sega Genesis. I'm innocent. Somewhere along I lost all my innocence. It felt like being cautious had lost all of its benefits. Was living life with no regard for hell below me. My mama told me I go too far. I waited for her to go to sleep and I stole the car. Picked up the homies and packed it full like it's Noah's Ark. Probably smoked the carton of cigarettes and it's sipping liquor on empty stomachs and chugging it so it hits us quicker. Cause we all had our issues that we were trying to escape. But if you'd ask me, I'd just laugh and say I'd be okay. Cause I had a lot on my plate, but so did everybody. Nah, I almost wanted to get a shotty and catch a body to get up out of this situation that I was stuck in. Sick of waiting to make it, think it may just need an adjustment. Satan trying to take me, but angels say not to trust him. I got way too much on my mind. Yeah, I know I'ma be fine, but I've been trying to get away now. Yeah, I got way too much on my mind.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just follow these signs, cause I know there's a better way out there. I got way too much on my mind. Way too much on my mind. I got way too much on my mind. Way too much on my mind.
Come on.
I got way too much on my mind. All starts at one time. I know I'ma be fine, but I know there's a better way. I'm trying to have better patience. pacing with a pen and pad in a lab in a basement. I write a rap and erase it and bring it back to the basics. If they won't give me a break, then I guess I have to go take it. Ain't never asked for your statements, so take back your 2 cents. I'm making them look whack, so they acting like I'm a nuisance. Used to run out of my food stamps and add up overdue rent till I was feeling ruthless. Like who's next? I'm settling a few debts and you just got what I need. I got a son and 2 daughters to feed, and I got a story you're not gonna believe. But that's what been turning me into the person that I never thought I would be. I prayed to God and I got on my knees and I asked for all of my problems to leave. Thought I heard I'll show you how to get food, but you gotta work if you're trying to eat. You gotta earn it if you wanna sleep. You ain't got time to be taking a rest. You're waiting and waiting and wait to complacent. It's like you already think you're the best. You better get up and do it and try to improve it. Cause if you maneuver it, you could get through with the music and you could be next. But I got way too much in my mind. Yeah, I know I'ma be fine, but I've been trying to get away now. Yeah, I got way too much in my mind. I just follow these signs, cause I know there's a better way out there. I got way too much in my mind. Way too much in my mind. I got way too much in my mind. Too much in my mind. I got way too much in my mind. All these thoughts at one time. I know I'ma be fine, but I know there's a better way. I know there's a better way out there.
Yo, Hector, this is fire, man. Do me a solid. Drop your handle in the chat so people can track you down if they want to. I really mess with it, bro. I think it's hard, the BPM, the whole bit. I think it's really well done, bro. I think I would say chop these up for IG Reels if you're not already, and take the best parts and make them IG Reels and TikTok videos. And make them vertical though.
Word.
Don't add the ugly black boxes up top. Make them vertical so it's right on you, and do some of the lyrics over them. You know what I'm saying? And just eight bars at a time. 12 bars at the most, and just see if you can get some traction. YouTube Shorts is another thing that's really starting to take off. Same idea, vertical video, no longer than 60 seconds, and use the hashtag short in the description. That's YouTube is trying to kind of compete with TikTok and IG Reels. So that would be my my advice is like experiment with trying to get this in front of new audiences, because I think this is really good, but you got to make sure that you're on the on the different platforms that this can pop off at.
I appreciate that, man. I didn't actually ever. I've thought of, so I've been trying to do the live thing a little bit here and there, learning a bit from the way that you are able to put up so much content and kind of splintering that into smaller pieces. But I haven't really thought much of doing that more with my music.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing about live or one taking stuff, is that if you can create a lot of it, you can then take it and chop it down and make bite-sized pieces of it for multiple platforms if the initial capturing of it is good. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So yeah, man, I mess with it, boss. It's really good, really good. Hector, drop your handle in the YouTube chat, please, because people want to check you out.
Hero Can Rap. Oh my bad, put it on here too. And Hero SE is the YouTube though.
Okay, Hero SE. Okay, I appreciate you. All right, brother, we're gonna keep this thing moving. We got the homie Luther up next. He got a new demo for us, but he also got a brand new song out. I'm definitely gonna have to come back to that I've been personally jamming out to, just because I think it's super dope. So listen, after Luther, we got Johan, Junior, and Conscience, OK Hip Hop, Harrison Kramer. Okay, so if I said your name, do me a solid and throw your hand up and by hitting participants. All right, so brand new demo from Luther.
I've been down so long, but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed them, but I feel it now, like any moment now. I've been down so long, but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed them, but I feel it now, like any moment now. Feeling real stagnant, ain't moving no action. Y'all still in, hand me down close, so yeah, why you keep asking? Like, Lord, why did you test me? Now I'm missing blessings. Rainy days don't know the grace, like no pain hasn't left me. They say don't paint on canvases, cause true colors show a grown man all his weaknesses. Man, I figure I just grow. Only take one thoughts to blow. Remember when my granny passed, she let me know what'll come to pass. I've been down so long,
yeah, man,
but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor.
Yeah,
I know them soaking towels show I could feed them, but I feel it now, like any moment now.
Let's go.
I've been down so long, but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed her, but I feel it now, like any moment now. Keep the windshields white going. I know them eyes feeling like closing. But when the time get tough and they call your bluff, remember you was chosen. That door is always open, dog. That door's still open, though. Even it feels like God just sitting up there ignoring calls. Stay up and talk to myself, cause I can't depend on nobody else. Been hurt too much by the people too close, I know I need some. The fears that you find only big up in your mind. So I'ma just speak it, even if you just don't see it. I believe I've been down so long,
yeah,
but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed her, but I feel it now, like any moment now. I've been down so long, but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed her, but I feel it now, like any moment now. I've been down so long, but I feel it. One step closer now, excuse my demeanor. I know them soaking towels show I could feed her.
Yo, Luther, this is fire, bro. So, this sounds like this is a demo, right? So are these scratch vocals? You going back over them? I mean, overall, I love the writing on it. But I'm assuming you're working through this as a demo. Am I following correctly?
Yeah, because I mean, I make a lot of party tracks or like just kind of fun tracks. So this is the first time I was getting vulnerable. Yeah, it's a demo. I usually go to the over like a professional mic and just re-record everything. But I just wanted to know if anything needed to be added or like if the vibe was right, if I'm going in the right direction or anything like that.
I definitely think you're going in the right direction. I feel like I was hoping this music video was already out, but unfortunately it's not. I definitely think you're going in the right direction. I like the writing of it. I like the melody of it. I would just say tighten up some of the pitch and the mixing, and that's really it. But if you're going in to re-record this, then this is literally like a scratch vocal. You know what I mean? Which I think is really good for a scratch vocal. Like as a demo, this is dope. Like I could take that and make that work with just some pitch correction. You know what I'm saying? And just like cleaning up some of those harmonies and stuff like that. Let me play them this other record you got out called Keep Your Brains Away. The music video for this drops tomorrow, you guys, and it's just Luther with 2 R's. Check this joint out. I love this record. This record is so dope to me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Louise, my friend. Louise, my friend. Louise, my friend. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm mad. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm weak. I'm mad. Stay out of my business. Yeah, but don't go too far. I'm trying to keep my head on straight, but I know a little stress won't leave me too long. No, I'm a G by day. Need someone to hold by night. But this masking comes in on a little tight. I know I seem excited. My eyes don't really hide it. Tore off my sleeves despite it. Yet these memories keep haunting me. Keep your brains away. Keep your brains away from my insecurities. Ain't no pain today. Ain't no pain today. Stay away from your disease. I'm kinda moody. That's why I keep my feelings inside. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. It's kinda groovy. Kill a mood swing so we can keep with them vibes. Gotta stay real G. Stay real G. Why'd I always lie to myself? Why'd I always brand myself? Lost to sense in the after strife. What's my ID in the afterlife? Hyperventilated mood swings right. Lonely thinking in the routine nights. How manipulative all these situations going through the head. Now it ain't a nuisance, right? I know I seem excited. My eyes don't really hide it. Tore off my past leaves despited. Yet these memories keep haunting me. Keep your brains away, keep your brains away from my insecurities. Ain't no pain today, ain't no pain today. Stay away from your disease. I'm kinda moody, happy, I'm sad, I'm kinda moody, I'm weak, I'm mad, I'm kinda moody, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm kinda mood. Keep your brains away.
Sheesh. See, I don't know about y'all. Here's what I'm on. And y'all might think I'm crazy. Okay, this is what I'm on. And Luther Crates is a great example of this. Bats is a great example of this. Kunle is a great example of this. I Am Rescued is a great example of this. I want my music to either be praise and worship and vertical, or I want it to be talking about life and personal experiences from a biblical worldview, right? That's kind of the lane I'm in. Like, I want one of the two, and I love what Luther's doing because he's sharing his experiences, he's sharing what he's going through, he's sharing the struggles of the mood swings and everything, and it's still from his perspective as a young Christian man, and I think that's fly. So I love the vibes, the energy, the content, the transparency, the vulnerability, and I love either that or I want overt praise and worship music. Like, that's literally, I want one of the two. And I know some of you guys like want like raps with scriptures in them, and that's fine. I'm not mad at that. I'm saying, like, I really like stuff like this because I feel like this, in my opinion, I see someone like Luther as a potential missionary in culture. Like, I see him as someone who can go create amazing art, and because we as a Christian community can support him, he'll build a base of support from the church. It's music from the church, right? And then it potentially be used as an evangelistic tool to start conversations, to introduce people to just ideas about God and faith and Jesus and all these different things. And so I think it's extremely powerful, and I think it has the potential to cross through in a different way. And what I don't mean is like the typical, like, I'm gonna come out and be like overtly Christian rapper and then do like a bait and switch, right? Like, I'm not talking about that. Like, Luther can go out here, build his audience, make the music that he wants to make, reflect his faith in his music. And if Christians get it, they'll bubble up with him as he bubbles up, support him, and he'll slowly cross over and reach a broader audience. We've seen glimpses of this with guys like Toby, guys like Nick D, guys like Foggy Raw, and I get excited about stuff like that on a grander scale, not just on some like, let's stay stuck in our own little Christian ghetto for our own little 100,000 Instagram followers on Rapzilla and all those things. And that stuff is cool. Like, I'm not mad at any of that. But that's what I get excited. Thank you, love. That's what I get excited about, is just seeing guys like Luther just catch his pocket and just make dope art. And, you know, I don't need a worship song from Luther. Like, I really don't. Like, I want him just to rap about his life and what he's going through and the challenges he's facing and everything he's going through. I don't know, Luther, I don't know if you want to chime in on this. I'm not trying to forecast you as like some like Christian missionary and culture, if that's not the energy you're on. But I would really love to hear your thoughts on this in terms of like the type of art you make. And I know you're a man of faith. So yeah, just you know, help translate some of this.
Nah, I think you hit it on the nail. Like, I'll be as transparent. Like, I had like some bad theology growing up, and I left the church, I left the faith. And it took a man just kind of guided me and talked to me about, like, it's about the relationship with Christ. And that's like my whole ministry with my music. Like, I want to meet somebody to understand and then bring the gospel to their life. I know that like most people that I'm around or like in my community, like, they usually just kind of shun away any type of gospel music, or it makes them feel bad, which like, you know, it's acceptable for everybody, you know, like there's some people that like gospel music, but it's just like my surrounding or like people there, like you just have to meet them halfway. Like how Jesus met the Samaritan woman, like, you know, Jesus met the Samaritan woman halfway. And And so, I mean, that's just like, I think you hit it on the nail. Like, I totally believe that. Like, I totally believe in meeting people halfway. And I think that's just how you end up like bringing the gospel to people that like really need it or just, you know, want to accept Christ. So definitely.
That's dope, man. I love it, bro. And in the same way you said, meeting them halfway, there are parables of Jesus where he is preaching scripture and referencing scripture. You have heard it said, and he's quoting Moses, but I tell you it's this, right? And then there are times where he's telling stories and it's completely parables. There's no reference to God in them, right? There are books in the Bible which are prescriptive to how we should live our lives. And then there are books in the Bible that don't reference God at all, right? Like read the book of Esther, read the book of Song of Songs. Like there's no reference of God in a lot of in those books. And so it's interesting to me that as Christians, as a Christian community, that we hold Christian creatives to standards that like the Bible writers would fall short in, right? Like you're literally holding guys in their early 20s, mid 20s to standards that like you wouldn't even hold the writers of scriptures to. It's wild to me how religious we can get with some of this stuff. And so my heart is like, man, pray for guys like Luther. Pray that they would be plugged into healthy local churches. Encourage them, you know. And I feel like if they feel that support and they have that gospel deep inside their hearts, the transition will be natural for them to be the salt of the earth, the light of the world. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, bro. I'm believing big things for you. I'm not really sure how it's all gonna happen and how it's all gonna play out for you. But I think just watching you get really good at making music and then just watching your rollout of this single and you're like really working it and it just not being something you just throwing out there like the IG reels. I think you're on to some really cool things. It might take longer than you would like it to, but I think long term you're going to be in a really cool spot, man. So kudos to you, man. Luther with 2 R's. What's your handle? Can you give everybody, drop your handle in the social media so they go support you?
Yeah. It's Luther with 2 R's, LUTHERR. And then the word creates all together, and that's on all platforms. And it's just Luther with 2 R's on Spotify and Apple Music. So
there you go. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, yo. That's Luther.
Yeah.
Luther creates. All right, you just cut out a second ago. I don't know what happened. You're frozen. FYI. You like me on Alan Parr's channel.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right, guys. Next up, we got Johan Jr. Conscious Hip Hop. Okay, Hip Hop. All right. So, Johan, I see you. I'm going to go right. I'm just going to pin you up. Yeah, man. I don't know. I felt this way for like a long time, and I don't understand why more folks don't view art as a evangelistic tool to contextualize the gospel for people, you know. And I think the artists that are able to do that are oftentimes I don't say shunned, but just held to such wild standards, in my opinion, that you know, it just I don't know, the Christian consumer could be so unhelpful. And I just don't want that. If I'm gonna have any influence, if I'm going to be on YouTube, I want us to be like, yo, I don't need theology music from every artist, you know? And I like praise and worship, right? So anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. All right, here we go. We got the homie Johan. Hope you're doing well. Sometimes I wonder if my vocal delivery is corny in any way or unpleasing. Let's check it out, man. I think I'm gonna harshly disagree with you on this idea, but let's listen anyway.
North Pole. God got me walking on ceilings. I struck a nurse and my dental need work, but God ain't scared of no feelings. Grew up with a steep before a roof. Now I got a closet for a booth. I was chomping more than I could chew. Big hard chip my dang tooth. I was stressing over school and employment. I was stressing in my bones, it was poison. I just need a little boost, that anointing. You ain't busy, I ain't got a book or an appointment. Trouble made me wanna run, running like Phoenix Suns. Heard his voice calling me, the same was like Cinnabons. Summertime blowing funds, the scream will be the death of me. God showed me the devil devil's shopping list, it was centipedes in his recipe. Yuck. I was stressing over no more Cinnabons, I need celery. I was stressing in my bones, it was poison. I just need a little boost, that anointing. You ain't busy, I ain't got a book, an appointment.
Johan, my Canadian brother, you've came such a long way. I don't think your voice is annoying or corny, bro. I think it's a vibe. It follows in the realm of some of my favorite non-Christian rappers like Kyle. You know, and just that fun, like happy raps vibe. And I think it's fire, bro. I think it's fun. It's definitely like a good energy. There could be a thin line sometimes in terms of it being cartoonish versus just happy. And I think you make happy, fun music, bro. I don't think you need to overthink it. I think you just need to do what you want to do, make it fun, make it the vibe that you want to make it, and be confident about it. I know that in time, you know, your tribe will find you as you grow and you get better and you collaborate with similar artists.
I have a question, Rube.
Okay.
So as far as making music that's palatable, well, the first question is, does that sound palatable, or does that sound like something that would do well from like an algorithm standpoint?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think it's different. It's a good hook. The melody's dope.
All right.
Beats fire. Yeah, I would say that's palatable. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm a big fan of Saba. Have you listened to him before?
Yeah, Saba's fire. So, and yeah, Saba vibes, Kyle vibes. You know, the real animated voices. I think it's cool. Kendrick did a lot of that early on.
Yeah, especially like the layered, stacked melodies that he would do.
Yeah.
I'm really a fan of those. So, anyways, I just wanted to run that by you because I'm tired of the same kind of like beats. You know what I'm talking about, like the pop rap kind of beats. I kind of got tired of making those and just doing the same thing over them. But I don't know. But I don't know where the line is for like what's easy to market. And so I don't know.
This is what I want you to think about. Marketing is just storytelling. So in order to market something, you have to have a story behind it.
Okay.
So don't think of marketing like an advertiser. Like don't think of marketing like Target or Walmart.
Right.
Like think of marketing like Jerry Lorenzo. You know what I'm saying? Think of marketing like MF Doom. Think of marketing like Drake. Think of marketing like Jay-Z. Right? They're all marketing all the time, right? But what they're really doing is just telling you their story in interesting ways.
Okay.
Everything is marketing. Everything is sales. If you really think about it, everything is storytelling, and everything is trying to get you to persuade you to do something, right?
Right.
So it don't compartmentalize it or think of it like, oh, I'm marketing like Walmart is marketing to me. Like that's not the same thing, right? That's advertising. Advertising and marketing aren't the same thing. So marketing is storytelling. Marketing is a part of branding. Marketing is cohesiveness. Advertising is just visibility, right? And so most artists need to spend more time marketing and less time advertising, right? At a certain point, when your story is fire and your brand is fire and it's clear and you know what makes you unique, what's your sound, what's your mission and vision, what's your color scheme, what's your logo, all of that is marketing and branding. Then the advertising just becomes a part of just being visible. You know what I'm saying? Just being visible. But you first got to refine the story. You know what I'm saying? You first got to refine the story and make that interesting. And you have an interesting story, bro. Like you're in, I don't know what part of Canada, in the middle of Canada that I've never heard of. You know what I'm saying? I think you're west of Regina. You know what I mean? Which is hilarious in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
You're a young black man in Canada, that's already interesting. You know, I'm assuming your family is immigrants and you're a second or third generation immigrant. Is that a fair gauge?
I'm actually half Indian, so.
Oh, boom.
I'm immigrant. Yeah.
You're half Indian. Hello. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was born in Mumbai, so.
Yeah, I
definitely
there you go.
That immigrant experience, and I put that into my music for sure.
What's your other half? You're half Indian and half what?
Sudanese.
There you go. You're half Indian, Sudanese. So I want to, like, you talking about that stuff is going to be the interesting thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. In this climate, like you leaning into those interesting conversations, your identity, your perspective, I think is going to be really cool. and then collaborating with other folks that come from the same worldview. I got a buddy of mine who's out here. We've been meaning to connect, who is like a pop-in TikTok pastor, and he's an Indian pastor. You know what I'm saying? Christian Indian. So like you see how there's like crossover. Like Foggy Raw is wildly supported by the Nigerian and the Ghananese. Did I say Ghana community? Ghananese community? I don't know how you say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Say it again.
Yeah.
Say that one more time. Well, how do you say? Is it Ghananese or?
I think it's Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
I didn't know Foggy was Nigerian.
Yeah, Foggy's Ghananese. Yes, from Ghana. All right, sorry, I'm butchering it. But when people find out those things about you, they'll go deeper with you, and they'll want to support you. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily like in his raps, but it's a part of his identity. You know what I mean? And so that's what I want you to be thinking about in terms of your story and your marketing. The branding of it, the advertising, that's later down the road. You know what I'm saying? The advertising is like once you're popping and you got some money to spend and just be in front of people, that's advertising, you know?
But I got to make sure that the product is worth advertising, basically.
Absolutely. You got to make sure that the product is good, clear, and the story is a story, Seth Godin calls it remarketable. You want it to be remarketable. So think about the word remarketable. It's such a clean and clear story that someone could take it and tell others about it instantly, right? This is Purple Cow by Seth Godin. This is Tribes by Seth Godin. All good reads. At the very least, look up the book summary. Purple Cow, Seth Godin book summary on YouTube. Tribes, Seth Godin book summary, right? Start thinking. Seth Godin has a whole free podcast training, like a 13-part podcast training called Startup School. That's mind-blowing. It's one of the best things anybody who's a creative can dive into. Startup School on the podcast app, and it's really good. Everything from funding to just the way he structures his businesses. So that would be the kind of stuff I would be thinking about in terms of marketing. And then the advertising and the sales part is a little later, in my opinion. Like, I'm just getting into advertising regularly, like having actual advertising budget. But really? I've been marketing all along. I never stopped marketing. I'm always marketing. I'm always storytelling. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, I found it. This is bald dude, right?
Yep. Yeah. Seth Godin's probably the leading. I heard about Seth Godin from Jay-Z on Oprah. Like Jay-Z recommended Seth Godin's book on Oprah like 15 years ago. That's where I first heard about Seth Godin. And if you listen to this stuff and then pay attention to Jay-Z's marketing, you'll totally get it all. It'll all click, and you'll be like, like that's why he's a brilliant marketer. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so so Seth Godin is the most leading elite mind on marketing. If you want to find some really good content, watch him and Gary Vee together. Hilarious. They argue and fight. It's brilliant. But yeah, that would be the kind of stuff I would be thinking in terms of marketing.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Johan. All right, guys, that's Johan. Just learned he was half Indian. Who would have thought? All right, so we got Junior Still, Conscious Hip Hop, OK Hip Hop, Harrison Kramer. Okay, Junior, if you're here, do me a... Junior's not here, or is Junior here? Junior was here earlier. If not, I'm just going to go to Harrison, because I don't think that Junior is here. No, there you are, Junior. Hold on, let me pin you up, and I'm going to come back to you, Harrison. My bad, bro. Junior, where you at, man? Are you in SoCal? Tell me you're in SoCal. You're muted, by the way. You're not in SoCal, are you? Unmute yourself.
I'm in Glendale, California, bro.
Hey, and you're a contractor.
Yeah, I started my contracting business when I was 19.
Okay, so you potentially could help me out with the internet?
If the HOA approves and all that, I probably could, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if we're going to get HOA to approve.
I mean, hey, I'm Mexican, so we could always work something out.
Junior, do me a favor, send me a DM on Instagram. We'll connect offline. I'll send you the video of everything. And Cox is coming tomorrow to potentially fix my place, which could be a workaround. So just hit me on Instagram, and that way we can tap in, and I could I kind of explain to you, give you a better idea of what we're trying to do.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get into this. We got a music video from Junior from Glendale. Shout out to all the Armenians in Glendale. What you know about the Armenians? And that's where my people be at, my G.
It is.
I said I would make Jesus popular, but I ain't no gossiper, ain't no more stopping this. I am the reason they started to copy us. Haters stay watching this, can't even see with binoculars, yeah. Told them I get it, it's obvious. I am a star, no astrologist. I am the truth, no apologist. I am the one that you following, I'm not the one that you wanted with, yeah. Jesus is king is a message. Hop in the whip, ain't no stressing. I come correct, no protection. God's got my back, it's a blessing. I keep getting blessings on blessings, yeah. I spit the truth like a reverend. God gave me straight through progression. All of my life's been a lesson. Now when I speak, you respect it. Now when I speak, you're affected, yeah. We can't be friends if you faking. I'm on a mission for greatness. If they don't vibe, I replace them. Time's running out and it's fading. God said I cannot be patient, yeah. People are desperately waiting. Heaven and hell will be shaking. Angels and demons awaken. Good versus evil awaiting. Jesus is back for the taking, yeah. I just picked up where I left it. I done some things I regretted. Now I'm redeemed and indebted. Jesus is king, don't forget it. Jesus is king, don't forget it. I said I'm back on the go. Go make them react to the mojo. Rappers today just be so tell me something that I don't know. Tell me something that I don't know. Had to get back in the booth. God said to bring you the truth. All of my soldiers salute. My flow been so off the roof. I blew the top off the coupe. Yeah, I keep the word on the loop. God said to trust in the do. I have a plan just for you. Now go and show them the proof. Show them my work ain't a fluke. Jesus is king. He is almighty and he is supreme. He is supreme.
That's a good hook.
I used to be lost, but now I believe. Now I believe. He died on the cross. Now I am
That's
redeemed.
hard.
I am redeemed. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
That's a good
He is
hook.
almighty and he is supreme. He is supreme. I used to be lost, but now I believe. Now I believe. He died on the cross. Now I am redeemed. I am redeemed. Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Yo, Junior, that was exceptional. Okay, so one, the visual's fire, the hook is fire, the cadence is cool. Here is like a record that I think top to bottom is very good. And I would have done one thing I think you could have tweaked to make it just a little bit better, which I feel like you caught a really good cadence, ba 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 ba, like really infectious cadence. But I feel like you could have just took it up a notch at what point. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. Da 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 ba da ba da 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 boom boom ba da 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 ba da da like just give me a couple bars with just a different cadence and sped it up a little bit, because I think you did what that the record is good. I think you played it a tad bit too safe. I just wish you would have went a little more disruptive towards the end. You know what I'm saying? If the last 4 bars did that, I think it would have been like, whoa. Just as a standalone record, bro, I think it's really good. I think the video is good. I think you did a really good job on and then also you also had like your stack, your lower stack. It felt like the whole verse had the same stack. Yes, so don't be afraid to mix that up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to mix that up a little bit. Don't be afraid to do a lower stack, mute the lower stack, have just your voice, bring back the lower stack, cut out the lower stack, go to a higher stack. You know what I'm saying? A yell on top of the lower stack. Because if you don't do that, it can feel very, it can just feel very like flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want you to be flat with, because it's a good flat though, because it's such a catchy cadence. Ba 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 ba, right? Keep good flat and then like boom, be super disruptive. Then stay flat, then boom, super disruptive. You know what I'm saying? So just from a technical standpoint, that would be really the only thing I could suggest on that. I think it's really good though. And I feel like I saw this on Instagram or something, used a hashtag. But I feel like this came across my timeline already. Like, and I saw it on IG or something, or Rapzilla, or somebody posted this. Or maybe you posted this, because I don't think I follow you on IG, but Somehow I came across this.
You just started following me like 2-3 days ago.
Okay, so then I did see you post it.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Maybe. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, man. Well done, bro. Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, how do you say your name, Junior? Junior Still?
Yeah, Junior Still.
Junior Still. Okay,
Yeah,
and then
Still is actually an acronym for spitting truth in lyrics.
dope. And who did this beat? I really love this beat.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I honestly, I just get all my beats from YouTube, so I buy the leases.
Yeah,
Like,
keep working with that
from beats that
producer.
I like.
Whoever that producer is, keep working. Y'all got a good synergy together, and he does some good stuff. So see if he has other stuff in this pocket, because it's a very cool vibe. It's a good tempo for you. You just caught that cadence. You know what I'm saying? Don't overdo it and then try to do like a super trapped out KB workout Christian record. Like stay in this lane because you sound good in this lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Junior Still, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Let's see. We got the homie, OK Hip Hop. Let me pin him up. And then after OK Hip Hop, we got Harrison Kramer. OK Hip Hop. What's up, man? Talk to me.
What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you.
All right, here we go. Make it up. Whoa, that bass line's crazy. Wow. I love all the mutes, bro. That's one thing you do very well. All right, hold on. Let me bring this back. You know what that means. We got hit some freestyles to this joint. Let me know how the levels sound if you're on the YouTube. How the levels sound. Hold on, let me bring this back. Wow, this beat is nuts, yo. Okay, hip hop knows my love language when it comes to beats. Sheesh. 1, 2, yeah. How the levels sound, Wi-Fi acting up, get the devils out, Let me know how the levels sound. Wi-Fi acting up, gotta get the devils out. I ain't all that superstitious. They hear me talking, don't think I'm religious. It don't matter what you say up in the comment section, you gon' get blocked anyway. Hey, okay, hip hop, the NYC. Sent you the email, I really see. Shout out to the homie, my man Nick D. He be killing beats on the regular. I go to sleep, wake up, he got a new one done. I'm like, you pulling up in that bus, yo. I'm tryna have me some fun, but I be in the studio to YouTube killing. Ruslan, never been a villain. I spill it. One more time, one more grind. Everybody in the chat, we gon' shine. My homegirl Tamara Slay, and you know we share our YouTube content, always everywhere. Psychology, degree, yes we see it. Ruslan never been paraplegic. I'm walking on water like Peter, then I look down, see the sound. Oh yes, hip hop coming down. I meant okay, ricochet the way I spill it. Keep it moving, one more time, I'm steady killing. Turn around, then I'm healing. Okay, hip hop, we got the feeling, yeah. How the levels sound? Wi-Fi acting up, we get the devils out. How the levels sound? Wi-Fi acting up, we get the devils out. North County stand up, they don't know what we talking. That's that O-side San Marcos, we walking. Every single day, you know that we chalking. Whack rappers keep dying, baby, we sparking. New flows, new ideas, and new shows. I ain't traveled in years, but yet the flow goes. I've been doing this so cool, the flow's gold. I got money in reserve in crypto, the Bitcoin. Oh yes, I spit coin, I spit fire. fire. I get higher, I spit to the Messiah. Higher, Yahshua, Christ even Joseph. I'm stopping up. Devil and a demon when I'm scheming. I be dreaming every single day I'm leaning in. Oh yes, we seeing him. Ruslan, who can rap? No European man. Hit it like this. Oh yes, I'm steady scheming when in a good way. I got plots and schemes. Ruslan, and you know I gotta plot my dreams. And then I turn around and do it when I'm potting things. Shout out to everybody who be copping things. Paid for houses, paid for cars. I need my Tesla. I ain't even went that far. I said paid for houses and paid for cars. Okay, hip hop and the Tesla ain't going that far. Yeah. How the level sound? Wi-Fi acting up. Gotta get them devils out. Yeah, how the level sound? Wi-Fi acting up, we get them devils out. How the level sound? Wi-Fi acting up, we get them devils out. Yeah, how the level sound? Wi-Fi acting up, we get them devils out. Woo! Okay, hip hop. My man, okay, hip hop just be talking my love language to me, bro. Gosh darn it. That was,
Thank you, man.
Bro, your beats are so good, man. Your beats are so
Appreciate
good.
that.
Wait until I get that release from the Lord to really jump back into some music. It may be at 100,000 subs. I don't know. Just know me and OK Hip Hop, me and Ray Rock, me and Nick D, me and I Am Rescued. We got stuff in the vault, man. Everybody. I'm sorry, I gotta eat my chicken teriyaki. You know, I'm getting a little foggy, bro. How are you doing, OK Hip Hop? How do you make beats this good? I can make good beats, but I can't make beats this good. Tell the people how you make beats this good. Is it the creatine? You got some new pre-workout? What are you doing, bro?
Oh man, I appreciate all of it. It's just, you know, I've been making beats for like 15 years now. It's something I've developed over a long period of time of just like doing it over and over again. And you know, I'm blessed to be able to do it. You know.
So you mean it's repetition? You mean you're not like a wizard and like a it's not some weird spirit that it's just you putting in the 10,000 hours and you look up and 15 years later you're an amazing producer.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I had a quick question about YouTube. I'm trying to get monetized via AdSense. Mm-hmm. And I reached my, you know, they say you need your 1,000 subscribers. I reached my 1,000, and you need your 4,000 watch time hours.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
And I'm up to like 1,500 right now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to like I get caught up in like work and everything, but like I've been like uploading like every like 2 weeks, and it'll just be like a beat video, like me in the studio making a beat. Mm-hmm. I recently did like a vlog style. I'm still working on that. I'm trying to get that released this weekend. But I wanted to get into streaming, where, you know, I would do stuff on stream, and apparently that counts as well. So I wanted to know if you had any like tips on how to keep your streams engaging and interesting and like talking to the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you to hop into the streaming space because I just think it's so fertile right now with the ability to stream, chop down the stream, make multiple streams. So and to your point, it's a great way to build up that watch time. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good way to build up that watch time. So a couple of ways to do it. One, I would be curious to watch your entire process, right? And how long is it taking you to make these beats, and you doing different beat challenges. So if I know you schedule a stream and you got a 15-minute beat challenge coming up, and I know the entire stream is going to be 15 minutes, but you got your sample chopped up, you got a framework of how this beat's going to play out. I think that would be something I would be interested in seeing, right? Or a 30-minute beat challenge, or whatever, right? Think a sample challenge where you and another producer are both working together live, going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, on the same sample. A beat battle, that would be crazy. A beat battle over Zoom, like figure out how to get your clean audio to play in through Zoom and then schedule it. So, like, what would it take to get a beat battle between you and Wayne Classic or you and Daniel Steele? You see what I'm saying? And it's all going to be in the front end of promoting the streams, hyping them up and that type of thing. I think if you did something like that, you can stretch out that watch time and get more people involved. So the idea is the same, right? Collaborations, interesting content, right? That kind of thing, and then also like doing something that people can't understand how you could pull it off, and you're kind of showing them the magic trick. You're kind of showing them how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's interesting. From a technical standpoint, like, this isn't a stream that I'm trying to maintain heavy engagement on. This is just a stream that I'm gonna unlist the moment we're done anyway, right? But from a technical standpoint, when you're doing a stream, there's a couple things you want to do. You want to get people to watch till the end, right? So you literally tell people like, yo, you guys are gonna want to hear how this sounds at the end. It may be trash or it may be a fire beat. Make sure you watch till the end. Or, hey, we're gonna talk about profanity in the Bible. If you wanna hear my position, you wanna watch till the end. I'm gonna let these other brothers speak first, right? And literally saying stuff like that will keep people watching till the end. And I think you're already an expert in producing beats. You just told me you've been doing it for 15 years. So if me and you sat here and just talked beats, we can talk about beats for hours, because you know everything there is to know about beats. You know about swing. You know about the what percentage to set your quantization on. How do you quantize? Do you double time all your beats? Is this a 82 BPM or is this 164 BPM? Why is it 100? Right? Like, you could talk ad nauseum about this thing, and so talk about the stuff you know, which is production, and if you can make it simple and demystified, people will love you for it, right? Because you're taking complicated things and you're teaching, you're educating now at this point. And so, in my opinion, if you can pull off being an expert in production with a good aesthetic, so it looks cool, right? Again, what's his name? Stolen Drums is killing it, right? With just his old aesthetic, it just looks so cool. I can just stay and watch him vibe, like, it just looks good, right? So you're an expert at making beats, so you're educating. It looks good, so the quality is up, right? And then if there's any way you can tie in current events into what you're doing, people are searching for stuff. People, something breaks, something's trending, and you could work that in. Into the beat process. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say Biden just did a speech and he said something goofy in the speech, right? And then you're like, yo, I was gonna go live and do a 15-minute beat challenge, but Biden just said something goofy in a speech. So you sample Biden, and instead of you having the beat drops, you literally take a current event and incorporate it and title it, you know, whatever this, you know, Biden says something crazy, bedtime beat drop. You know what I'm saying? And then you're literally taking that current event, incorporating into your level of expertise. The aesthetic looks good, and you're pre-planning it and scheduling it out. And so what will happen is, the more you do this, the more those trending events will get people to check for you, because they're already searching for Biden says something crazy, right? Or whatever. This is how you start touching the algorithm. My first time really doing this was when Nick Cannon had the interview, and he said something like, you know, white people are less than human. He said something crazy, right? And I caught it right as it was happening, ran home, did a stream on it right away. And because people were already searching and he was trending, people found my stream. Unfortunately, it wasn't, you know, I attracted a bunch of like super duper pro-militant, like Hebrew Israelite folks. So it wasn't really the folks I wanted in my ecosystem, but I touched that algorithm and the video had like 100,000 views overnight. You know what I'm saying? And so that is how I would be thinking about it, is like, take something from culture and society that's current, incorporate it into what your expertise in, and just make it look good. Like, make the lighting look good. It's not that complicated. Like, all this stuff it's demystified. It's just like if I were to ask you, how did you make that kick sound so punchy? Like, you just be like, oh, I just did this EQ, and this stuff ain't that complicated, right? It's just gluing it all together in a format that's palatable, is how you do it. So if you did something like that with, you know, just once or twice a week, just literally pulled an event from culture, went live, chopped a beat, kept it focused, had your samples and everything ready, and then it's like you just whip up this masterpiece in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? With something current. Like, that would be incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be nuts. So hopefully, and this is exactly what like me and Zach Sparazzo are working on, is we're like putting together a whole course, walking people through all of these different things, so that someone like you who is a expert has the space and the resources to build out a little YouTube studio, and then can talk at length about stuff that seems like wizardry, right? Like when you talk about hip hop beats, it sounds like wizardry to the average person, right? When I'm talking about some of this marketing stuff, it may sound like wizardry to the average person, but we're just breaking it down and saying, it's stuff ain't that complicated. It's just like anything else. It's a game. Making beats is a game, right? Like a lot of these complicated, intimidating ideas are way simpler when you break them down. And that's where the education point comes in. So hopefully that's helpful. If you let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything. I think it's a great question. I think you're asking the right questions. Most people are just afraid to put themselves out there. Then they don't want to spend any money. They're afraid to spend any money because they feel like it's a waste, right? And then they don't want to be creative and consistent on how to take stuff from culture and society and infuse it into their content. I'll give you an example. Trutha did this really dope thing where he reacted, was it to Marcus Rogers? And he reacted to my interview with Marcus Rogers, right? So the interview is already kind of popping in our ecosystem. And he said, Marcus Rogers is the LeVar Ball of Christianity, right? So LeVar Ball, he's interesting. Marcus Rogers is already always interesting in a Christian space. My video is doing good. Half the content is already created for him. He's just literally giving his spin on something. And then boom, I'm guessing that was one of his more successful videos. And so that's what I mean, like by thinking through stuff like that. Let me make sure I'm saying Marcus Rogers. Where is Trutha's video? Oh, it's so hard to find Trutha's channel. LeVar Ball. Yo, it is so hard to find Trutha's channel. That's a bummer. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I don't know how he does on most of his views, but if you guys see that, like the thumbnail is Marcus Rogers, the LeVar Ball of ministers, right? Like, this is hilarious. It's a good title, you know? And so you do enough of those, and eventually you'll start touching that algorithm because people were searching for stuff and then they're Googling stuff. So imagine had he dropped that when LeVar Ball was trending, right? And so you got Marcus Rogers popping in the ecosystem and LeVar Ball is trending, and you're gluing the two together. Like, that would have been crazy because people are searching for LeVar Ball, right? So just some basic tips. Hopefully that's helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I had thought about doing. There's this one really great YouTuber producer named Eldre, and how he got popping was through Spotify because he took Steven Universe and redid their theme song. He did like a lo-fi Steven Universe theme song, and it got like hundreds of thousands of streams on Spotify, and that's how he kind of blew up. And then he goes and shows his process, and just the fact that that was like a really popular cartoon, people like very much vibe with it. And that's kind of how he got put on. So I was thinking like that does really correlate with what you're saying. Something that's popular in, you know, in any sense, people are searching for it, they're going to find it. So, yeah, that is very helpful.
Here's what you got to think about. People don't care about stuff they don't know. If you can show them that you care about the same things, then they'll be more likely to get to know you. Right? There's a cleaner way I can say that, but for the sake of this conversation, think of it like that. People don't care about stuff they don't know. They don't know you, therefore they don't care yet. But you're great at what you do, so you're already ahead of the game. You're already an expert on something. Most people aren't. So if you can curate on stuff that they care about, then you can pull them into your ecosystem. And the reason why YouTube is so powerful, because it's long form. You can get to know somebody over a 15, 20-minute video if you watch them a couple times, and there becomes that investment in that depth versus a TikTok video. It's a 1-minute video. It's very difficult to get to know somebody over 60 seconds or 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And so think of it that way, like, because a lot of us think that the world cares about whatever we have to think. They don't. You got to make them care. Like, why should I care, right? Like, I'm a hip hop head, so I care. Like, I love what you do because I'm a nerd and I get all the little nuance and it just sounds good to me. But you got to think of it from the other side. If there was some random guy who was, I don't know, doing something you were loosely interested in, what would he have to do to get you to care? He'd probably have to curate and get stuff to get your attention about stuff you're already interested in and then pull you into his ecosystem. And the way these algorithms already work is they're paying attention to people that like hip hop, people that like current events, and people that like Jesus are going to probably like what OK Hip Hop does if OK Hip Hop does a lot of it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, guys, that's my man OK Hip Hop. We got a couple more. We got the homie Harrison Kramer. I really got to throw up one of these freestyles me and OK Hip Hop do as a standalone video.
Yeah, Ballad of the Lost turned Legend of the Saints, huh? That is what I write about now. Clinging to the cross, I've been serving under grace, so think I need some right about now. Might have cracked the code, think I need another case, huh? Dig a hole so I can climb out. Statue made of gold and they want me on my face, but you should know that I don't bow down. This is how you find out we're the best at. One true God with my rest at. Tell me you can stand the test time, let me test that. Clinging to the one who never left, it's your best bet.
Might make a stage like the best man on it. Got the mic and the keys on my left hand on it.
Laptop podium, let me go get that running. Preaching Christ up on a throne, up until he can get back from my life. I strive to be like my dad is. I don't really want to be like them bad kids. I just really got to speak life through actions. Watch to see their reactions.
But all of this, it takes practice. It can be hard to get off the mattress. Even if the shot goes in with no backspin. Gotta act confident like an actress.
Ain't no fluke, no luck in here. Just worldwide grace that conquer fear. You wonder why Christ doesn't come to steal your life. Probably cause you talk to him once a year. Hard to know the plan, you don't know the man. Hard to take a stand, you sink in the sand. Hard to take a chance on your knees in your hand. But just please understand the king's in command now. This ain't a threat, this an invitation, huh? I do my best work when I'm in his graces. And I'm outside and though.
Yo, Harrison, first of all, kudos to you for working on this record for so long. I think it's freaking awesome. So you said you worked on the dynamics processing. Are we talking about the dynamics processing on your voice? Just refresh my memory a little bit.
Yeah. So it was 2 weeks ago I submitted this. And it was dynamics processing on the voice.
Got it.
De-essing,
Yes.
regular compression.
Sounds much cleaner. Okay. Your tone sounds better. I don't know if you re-recorded it or not, but it sounds a lot better. Now the only thing I want you to consider is when you jump into a lower tone, right? So you're going ba 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 na na na, and then you go into the dun 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 dun. You go into the lower tone. That lower vocal needs to be treated different than the regular tone. It's a different frequency. It has to be EQ'd different. It needs to feel equally as loud. You know what I'm saying? And so that would be my advice is because what people do is they'll get the main vocal sounding good and they'll just slap the same vocal preset on the whole vocal. But your vocals, I mean, it's two different vocals, completely different tones. So treat that other one differently and try to make it sound cohesive with the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, man, bro, you're getting better though. Every time you take a stab at one of these, it sounds better and cleaner. So keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Guys, that is Harrison Kramer. What I love about his submission is he's been working on that. That's the third time he submitted that, and every time he goes back, he tweaks it, he makes it better, and he's just he's evolving, and that's really cool to see. All right, guys, so we have a few more submissions for you. We got Colton. I'm gonna pin you up, Colton. Your hand is up. Appreciate your hand being up. What's up, Ruslan? Just dropped my first project. This is the third track on it, Trust Fall. Would love to hear your thoughts. All right, Colton, I'm excited to hear this, man. Appreciate you being here, boss. Oh, we got a visual with it? Okay. I like this. Wow.
Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons
Yeah. Neither our fears for today or worries about tomorrow can separate us from God's love. Yeah, vertebrae, shoulder blade, bro, you got it backwards. I'm more like Zach Ertz, about to 86 some sin. I'm convinced that we gon' win. I went from into sin to innocent, but this is more than pocket change. This is more than stock exchange. God that came to earth to save the world from Satan's curse. That dude got a potty mouth. Yeah, he lucky my Aunt Diane hasn't found him yet and washed it out like. Therefore, dear brothers and sisters, you have no obligation to do what your sinful nature urges you to do. Letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death. But letting...
Yo, Colton, thank you so much for submitting this. Okay, so I love the visual. The visual is really cool. The beat is really cool. The lighting of this is super fresh. I like the jumping back and forth between scripture reading. I like your lyrics. Let me listen some more. Hold on.
Kurds about to 86 some sin. I'm convinced that we gon' win. I went from into sin to innocent, but this is more than pocket change. This is more than stock exchange. God that came to earth to save the world from Satan's curse. That dude got a potty mouth.
Yo, Colton, how long have you been rapping, boss? Tell me like more about you. How long you been rapping? Where you from?
So actually, rap was a dream when I was like 18.
Okay.
I'm 28 now, gave up on it back then and just got into like the spoken word poetry scene.
Okay, dope. I hear that. I hear that in your voice. That's sick.
Yeah. But as far as rapping, I think I've been pursuing it like for real, like the last 2 months, I think.
Heck yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
I'm gonna give you some broad tips and I'm gonna give you some more specific stuff. Broad tips, don't read your raps, punch as often as you can. Broad tips, right?
Yeah.
For you, I would recommend using your natural voice and your natural diction so that it sounds more like a spoken word and like you're talking to me. And because your voice sounds way cool in our conversation, but it sounds different than how you're enunciating your words. It's almost like a rapper voice, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want you to do that because as a spoken word artist, you know cadence, you know interesting words, you know rhyme schemes, right? And you have a cool voice. Like it's not like you got some weird voice that you gotta like cover up with a rap. Like you sound like a cool dude. Right. You dress cool, you look cool. You know what I'm saying? Give me more of you. Bro. Give me more of you, the real you. So I don't want you, like Propaganda Thomas, Nick D. All those guys rap how they sound. You know what I mean? And especially as a white dude in hip hop, you want to sound and rap the same. You don't want it to feel like you're putting on a persona. Lil Dicky is another example, right? Like he sounds cohesive. You know, Lil Dicky does a little bit of a rap voice, but by and large, sounds like the same guy. He has this like nerdy thing where he'll interrupt himself, and you know what I mean. And so I would lean into Truth of Talks. There you go, Truther. I liked it. Sorry, I mean to change the subject, Colton. So I would say lean into more of your natural voice, and punch your vocals. And loosen up a little bit. You just sound kind of stiff, and it just doesn't sound like you're comfortable recording yet. So that would be kind of like my general assessment is just have some fun and give me like you. I want the real Colton. I don't want what Colton thinks he's supposed to sound like as a rapper. I want the real Colton. You know what I mean? And the more you can get into that congruency, that consistency, that authenticity of who you really are, the better your art's gonna be. Even if it sounds like a nerdy white guy rapping, which you don't seem like a nerdy white guy, but even if you did, it would just be dope because you're already dope, right? It would be similar to Odd Thomas, right? Like I think Odd Thomas sounds extremely nerdy, you know, but there's an audience for it. You know what I mean? There's an audience for it. And so the real you is way better in the grand scheme than like the rap persona you. And I'm not saying you're trying to put on a persona. I could just tell those little things that you don't sound super comfortable. So we default, especially if you ain't rapped in a while and you're just getting back, you default to this like rapper tone that's in your head instead of like, Colton, just talk to me over a beat. That's really what people want. You know, just talk to me over the beat and pour your heart out. Boom. And that's I think gonna translate better. My opinion. Totally my opinion. I could be wrong on this.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, I'll definitely try it out for sure.
Do you have the access and the ability to record yourself?
Yeah, I've got it's tough. I've actually got a really good setup right now.
Dope.
And so, yeah, I did all the recording and editing on that. But my wife and I are moving out into a little tighter of a situation. So I don't know if I'll have a studio set up anymore, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, yeah, while you still have it, take advantage of it. You know what I mean? And then hopefully you'll be able to maybe downsize the setup a little bit, but still be able to do some mobile stuff. I don't know. Nick D records out of his garage. I mean, out of his car when he didn't have a studio. You know what I mean? And so,
for real?
Yeah, you could check out his minivan session. It's actually really cool. So, yeah, man, good stuff, bro. I mess with it though, man. I think you got a good vibe. You got a good aesthetic. I just want more of you, Colton. You seem like a really cool guy. Just like like looking at you on camera, looking at you here, you sound like a really cool dude. And I want to get to know you through the music.
Okay. All right, man. I got you. Next week, I got you.
Good stuff, brother. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
All right, guys. That's Colton.
Thanks, man.
Drop your handle in the chat if you could. Folks can check you out if they want to. We got a few more submissions coming your way. Yo, thank you so much for the generous super chat, Tim B. I really appreciate you. I'm very grateful to be here with you guys tonight. Let me see how many chat we got. So we got a good amount of submissions left. Okay, I'm gonna name some names. If I name your name, do me a solid and throw your hand up in the participants section. We got Dirty Red, Tim Beat Hittin, Israel Perez, Valid Core, Silas Green, Hylam, Michael Bell, Jude. Okay, so if I said your name, throw your hand up so I can easily access you. And yeah, and if you want to get your music submitted, we're going to be going for probably another 45 minutes. You can do that by signing up for our Patreon community, which is the most talented community. Everybody you're watching here is the most talented community in our Patreon, most talented community in the universe. And yeah, we got some more submissions, so there's still time to get your music heard if you would like to do that. It's $17 a month. That price goes up as more people sign up, and you can get locked in at a lower rate, and that gets you access to the Zoom call and all kinds of cool stuff. All right.
Kingstream Entertainment. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
A frequently asked question I get from creators of all kinds, rappers, singers, producers, TikTokers, preachers, pastors, is how do I find my niche? How do I find my voice? And I would say it's an intersection of a few things. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? And what opportunities are there in the marketplace right now? So the things that actually got me to grow the most were the things, believe it or not, I didn't want to talk about on my YouTube channel. Specifically, going deeper in my faith, talking about social issues and talking about political issues. Didn't want to talk about it, but as I reflected and I started making more of that kind of content, I discovered, wow, I'm actually passionate about this stuff. Not a lot of people are talking about the nuance in these issues, and I'm actually pretty good at it, and there's a need for it in the marketplace. So how do you find your voice, find your niche? Maybe it's an intersection of something. Maybe you're freaking hilarious and you're super duper funny and you got this wit about you and this charm about you. And so, hey, maybe you tell Bible stories, but with your spin on it in terms of adding your personality and your flavor on it. Obviously not changing the Bible stories. We're gonna let the Bible preach the Bible itself, but infusing your personality and your strengths, skill stacking different abilities you have on top of each other. A funny songwriter, maybe humor is your thing, or maybe you're a gamer that plays video games and freestyles. That is how I would be thinking about what are some things that you're good at, what are some things that you're passionate about, and what are some areas of opportunity in the marketplace right now.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right. We are back. Internet been holding out strong, but it looks like it's starting to give us some issues, unfortunately. So hopefully we can make it through the remainder of the stream. Pray for my internet, guys. Because it's very frustrating. And so hopefully we can be good. Boom. Mute that there. We got a couple more submissions. All right, here we go. Oh gosh, it's getting real wonky. How we doing? Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Why is it saying that? I don't understand. It's so weird. Refresh the chat. We good? How's the chat doing? You guys good? I'm gonna need you to drop that mic. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, cool. So where we at? We got Dirty Red is not here. Tim is not here. Israel Perez is here. Israel, turn your camera on, boss, so I can go to you, please. Cool. And then we got Israel Perez. Okay, Israel Perez, an invalid core. And then Silas Green. All right. Tim B said that freestyle was very dope. That hooked up. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I gotta chop one of these joints up, man. That hook is true, as this joint is acting crazy, and I just spilled some Waterloo all over me. All right, here we go. My man Israel with something new for us.
Tell me what you love. Tell me what you love. Tell me the truth, I'll be the proof.
Yeah.
Here goes the news. I ain't believe in love since forever. Cause it's so hard to know all the things that we don't, all the things that we don't know. Let me be the one to say that I get too carried away, thinking way too fast and I don't wanna hit the brakes. I don't deserve your loving, only repercussion. No room for discussion, no room for discussion. Let me be the one to say that I get so carried away, thinking way too fast and I don't wanna hit the brakes. No, you got me. I know I think I swear, is it wrong? I know I think tell me you still love me.
Oh, that's dope. That flip is crazy.
Even if you do, I just need some proof. Oh yeah. So young, but I got a small mind. So bright, I was made to shine. Telling me just wait your time. Don't know my frame of mind. People made me doubt God, but He came through like I don't equal what they do. It's just about me and you. My fault that I had that confused. Mind thought, but it couldn't compute. Understood that I had to choose something way different than my repetition of my reputation, and I had to kill it. I had to get it for me and my kin, cause I gotta look back and see what I did. You got me. I know I think I swear, is it wrong? I know I think
Yo, Israel, this joint is dope, man. Guys, sorry for the issues with the Wi-Fi. If you're just hopping in, I'm sure somebody can fill you into the chat, but we've been having issues, and Cox is coming out tomorrow with a potential solution. Yo, I really like it, Israel. I really like it. The whole song is fire. The beat is fire. The little synth is really cool. Your singing is cool. It's a vibe. My only critique would be, you said obviously you're fairly inspired and influenced by Drake. And so I think when you rap in the simpler cadences, you gotta really say some interesting bars, or you gotta mix up the cadences and just sound more interesting, right? The reason why Drake is able to get away with very simple cadences, but like, is because he says like some pretty hard bars. So you gotta kind of pick one of the two. Is like, you gotta give us some really good bars, or you got to give us some more interesting cadences. You know what I mean? Your rap was cool, but you didn't really say anything mesmerizing. It was just kind of like a bunch of like, oh, okay, he's rapping now. Not like, woo, that bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. Gotcha. Like, you either got to say like really disruptive bars, or you got to you gotta switch those cadences up and make those cadences a bit more interesting and make the delivery a bit more dynamic.
Got you. Yeah, I was thinking about just cutting it short, like taking the rapping off, but I might just go back to the drawing table and try to do that instead.
I think the rap is a good idea, and that whole flip I think is really cool. You could maybe shorten the rap and just give us the very best that you got. You know what I'm saying? And just like really make those lines cut through.
Got you. Yeah, this is the first time I like produce something myself with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm kind of getting closer to finding
that's
the
dope.
sound.
You guys
like
produced this. That's way cool. Yeah, and that synth is
yeah,
crazy,
chill.
man. So shout out to you guys for making that beat.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Word up, man. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. I'm going to try to get in as many as we can before this internet completely poops out. If you guys don't know, we've been having internet issues because of the old cables that need to be replaced, but our HOA don't want to replace them. Long story short. All right, here we go. We got my man Valid Core with another 4-track demo, all analog. Let's check this out.
Lord, you got me this far. I'm sure you got something in store. After all I put you through, I put my trust in you, and you're right here with me. Lord, you got me this far. I'm sure you've got something in store as the world keeps closing in. Yeah, will I trust in him?
Valid Core, what did you do different on this one? This, out of everything I've heard, this definitely, I think, has the coolest sound, has the cleanest sound. Did you incorporate and that synth and that bass is by far, I mean, yeah, overall this is probably the most interesting thing you've done. Did you mix this yourself, or did you pass this along to Conscience to mix for you, or what's different here?
First off, this is not mixed at all. It's just straight 4 tracks. There's no equalization yet. I plan to do that.
Okay.
As I'm looking for your advice on what to do on a lot of that, honestly. Biggest change is taking your advice from the past songs, and definitely the new mic setup with these pedals. I just love it. It's so easy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you experimented? So is there the pitch corrector on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I just dialed it back to where I couldn't hear it, and that's where I left it.
Got you. Experiment with it, man. Try going up, speed, slow, pitch. I want you to have some fun with it, because your voice could sound cool with some of those effects, man. So I want you to like try really wet and really harsh auto-tune, try lower tone auto-tune, right? Because you could adjust the male to female knob on there.
I've been having fun with it.
And try stacking that with the reverb and making the reverb a bit more pronounced.
Definitely. I love those reverbs and echoes on that thing. I really appreciate that, Ruslan. Thanks a lot.
Dope, man. I'm excited to hear you make more stuff with it, bro. That's really exciting.
Hey, right now it's basically only 3 tracks with a little bit of synth on that 4th track.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should fill that up more, or leave it kind of stripped down like it is?
I don't know. I like the boo 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 boo, like that bass sound. I think is really cool. I don't know if it needs anything else outside of
straight
just
sequence. Yeah,
outside of just like maybe some breakdowns or maybe a stronger vocal take. That's what I don't think it really needs much else, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about just adding a little bit more drums and keeping it there.
Yeah, and the drums sound better on this too.
I appreciate it. Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, brother. That's Valid Core, guys. If you don't know, he uses all analog equipment, records to a 4-track tape. So pretty cool stuff he's doing, and he's incorporating some pitch correction, which is really exciting. And he's got a record coming with that's being mixed by Conscience Hip Hop. All right, we got Silas, and hope you have a blessed week. This is my take on the funky genre. Can't keep up with lyrics, so if you want this free of charge. Is this a beat, I'm assuming? I'm excited to hear this.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Yo, Silas, this is really cool, man. I don't know what funk, P-H-O-N-K is. I'm assuming that's like a new genre of production, but I really like this, bro. How much of this did you compose? What did you produce it on? Tell me more about this. This is really cool. You're muted, by the way. You got to unmute yourself, boss.
So basically everything but the piano, I composed that all.
Dope. So it's the piano. It's like a piano chop or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I chopped it a few times. There's this happened last time I submitted, but it sounds like I'm always clipping on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
you gotta probably run this through Lander or something to just to contain it a bit, because yeah, it did seem like there's some peaks here. So have you tried throwing a hard limiter or something like that on your beats?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you froze.
And I think that's why the bass sound boosted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard limiter, yeah.
I don't know. It may be just because of how loud it is coming through. I don't really have a answer for why it sounded like that. Let me see how it sounds in my headphones. Hold on. Oh, I hear it now. Yeah, I think the signal is just louder than the Zoom call. I think that's what we're dealing with. And if there's not a good master on it, it's probably going to be a little in the red.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like it, man. Have you tried getting a trial of Lander and seeing if that helps at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But I might look into it.
Okay. Yeah, I just can't tell if it's something on my end or something on your end. It's kind of tough to figure out what's happening with the clipping, because I don't know if everything has been clipping or just your track has been clipping tonight. Hopefully the folks in the chat would have told
Oh
me.
no, everything has sounded beautiful.
Okay, so then it probably is your track, and I'm just hearing it through the speaker and not through the in-ears, because I take my in-ears out when I play the track. But Yeah, man, good stuff, bro. Keep producing, bro. I think you're onto something as a producer, for real.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother. We're gonna keep this thing moving.
Really appreciate it.
Silas Green. Next up, we got Helam. I think that's how you say it, guys. Make sure your Zoom name and your Patreon name is the same. It's very important because it'd make it mad easy for me. So we got Helam, Michael Bell, Jude Barkley, David Valen. If I'm saying your name, do me a solid and throw your hand up. David Quinsnose. David Quinsnose. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, 415 Rocket, I see you. Okay, Michael Bell. Helam, I don't see your submission here, boss. So do me a solid and change your name to whatever it is. Change your name in Zoom to whatever it is on Patreon, just to alleviate any confusion. I'm going to go to Michael Bell. Where's Michael Bell? Here we go. We'll go to Michael Bell. Oh, here we go. Helam. Okay, no, I'm going to go to Helam. Thank you for doing that. Guys, yeah, try to make sure your names are the same. It'll help me out a ton. Okay. Helam, just give me some feedback, please. I would love to hear the things I need to improve on. Okay, I got you covered, boss. Definitely gonna get you some feedback. Helam, how old are you?
15.
Okay, dope.
I had to step on my game. Yeah, yeah. I had to step on my game. Look, the mission don't change. Yeah, you know that I'm unashamed. Look, it's all for his name. Yeah, all for the lamb that was slain. Look, and not for the fame. Yeah, I know he's risen, he came. Look, and I'm unashamed. Yeah, I'm unashamed. So it's the gang. You know what we came. Yeah, we're not the same. Run with the lames. Trust with the game. Yeah, mission don't change, but we got range. I'm unashamed. Yeah. I'm unashamed, I'm unashamed, I'm unashamed. Ay, gotta get it. Yeah, we had to run it cause we been up on the mission. Dripper John like gunner till we get it, gotta finish. Yeah, I heard the talking but I ain't never seen you live it. When you feel like God, there's the only reason that you're in this. When you feel like God, no L's, always winning. Yeah, we never capping, never joking, never kidding. I'ma keep on grinding till God say I'm finished. Yeah, and they're making fun of it. Demons, they run again. Can't get your fate cause I'm under the sun again. It's all on Jesus, I'm putting my trust in him. I'm never stopping, I'm grinding, I'm loving it. You know we living, we in this, the fun of it. I am a witness for Jesus, so loving this. My shot got arc and I'm under the covenant, yeah. Yeah, I had to step on my game. Yeah, I had to step on my game. Look, the mission don't change. Yeah. You know that I'm unashamed. Look, it's all for his name. All for the lamb that was slain. Look, and not for the fame. I know he's risen, he came. Look, and I'm unashamed. Yeah, I'm unashamed. So is the gang. You know how we came. Yeah.
Dude, this is really good for you being 15. How long have you been making music?
So I started like recording it when I was 14, and over Christmas I just got some like professional recording software. I got a Audio Technica mic and some mixing headphones.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's go, man. That's awesome, bro.
Thank you, bro.
That's really cool. So, dude, generally speaking, this is 100 times better than anything I did at 15 years old. Like, this is really good. Were you a sophomore or a freshman in high school?
I am a freshman.
Wow. Really well done, bro.
Thank you.
For only being a year in, very impressive. I love the fact that you got your own setup. I think that's awesome. My advice to you would be, spend a ton of time recording. Spend a ton of time writing, spend a ton of time creating, and be deliberate in every time you record and make it a little bit better than the last time you recorded.
For sure.
If you do that over the long haul, or maybe even over the short haul, right? You'll see those huge growth spurts in your ability to make songs, meaning that you're at that age, if you're deliberate, every song will get better. Literally every song is going to get better. Mm-hmm. So specifically with a record like this, my general advice would be like, try not to read your raps from a phone. Try to comp your vocals and punch as much as you can and just saying every word clearly. the basic stuff, right? A lot of folks spend a lot of time looking down and they're not really performing. And so I would just say repetition and deliberate focus to make your delivery cleaner and controlling your voice. You sound very good on this hook. That's a good melody. You see, there's like these glimpses of like, wow, this kid is going to be great. And so in the meantime, you just got to work through the technical side. You know how to write raps. You have cadences. You understand enough about the art form. And it's just going to be repetition. You know what I'm saying? It's like you understand how to shoot a jump shot. And you could probably make a jump shot if you're wide open. But to get the jump shot good enough where you could play a full court game with guys that are competitive, that's going to take you a little bit of time. So you got to be more deliberate with every jump shot you take. You got to be more deliberate with paying attention to your form, paying attention to your technique, making sure your index finger is pointing at the end. I don't know if you play basketball. I'm just using basketball as a metaphor. Music is the same thing, right? So if like you got some Lonzo Ball weird shot where your arm is twisting, right? You might have to relearn your form. In your case, your form is fine. Your form is good, but you still need to develop that muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? You still need to develop that release. I've gotten back into playing basketball more for the first time since the pandemic, and I could feel, literally, I know the moment I release the ball if I'm gonna miss, just the way my index finger follows through. It's the same thing with music, man. It's just a repetition and a muscle memory that takes a little bit of time to develop. Side note, I'm thinking about getting one of those like really big shooting guns with a massive net around the hoop so that I could like just work on my jump shot because I'm getting older and I can't just be driving, so I want to get better at my pull-up and three-pointers and all that kind of stuff. So how can you get one of those massive nets so you can just work on your muscle memory for a season and your game could improve? That would be the way I would be thinking, so maybe it's a verse a day. You're just going to focus on just getting a little bit of music done every single day, 30 minutes of really focused, deliberate attention to detail, every word, no reading, and you're just going to create those bursts of very focused energy. A commitment like that in 6 months from now, you're a totally different rapper. In 3 years from now, you're an incredible rapper. It's about the little bit of commitment every single day that compounds over time. So I'm glad you got your own setup, bro. That's amazing. I think you have some really, your tone is good. Like your voice is just out the gate. You have a nice sounding tone. You could do melody stuff. And so, yeah, man, I would say just as much time as you can spend within reason. Don't get wild and neglect your schoolwork or get your parents mad at you because they told you to work on your raps. Like you need to honor your mom and dad. You need to make sure you're a good son and a good student. But if you can commit 30 minutes, 45 minutes a day and just say, I'm going to work on getting one hook done a day or one verse done a day or one section of a song done a day, that'll compound. But be deliberate. Be very deliberate and very focused. And yeah, drop your Instagram because people want to check you out on IG and that whole bit, bro. But yeah, I'm very impressed, bro. I think what you're doing is dope. Artist that I would reach out to, he's a friend of mine from out here. He's a young artist. His name is It's Personified on Instagram. It's Personified. He's a couple years older than you, but I think it'd be good for you to get around some other guys your age that love God, that are spending time working, and just start building relationships because you guys are going to be the next generation. 10 years from now, you're going to be doing stuff. Oh, and then the very last thing I would say is, and this is just kind of like from a content standpoint, try to stay away from like stuff that other people are kind of doing unless you're affiliated with them, meaning like Unashamed is the Reach thing, right? Like,
I feel that.
Yeah, like don't come out with a song called like Real Music. That's like NF's thing, So I would just say talk about stuff that you're going through and stuff that's personal to you. I've just heard this concept so many times. And so,
definitely.
I think like Jude, the homie Jude Barkley, he's in a community. He has like the what is it called? The Bigger Dreams Club. Like he just kind of came up with his own thing, and it's not a label. There's no artist signed to it. It's just his little thing, and he makes clothing with it. So start thinking like that. Like what's your little thing that you can do that you can start printing up shirts and just being entrepreneurial. And it might take you 3-4 iterations of something before you actually get it. You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
Yeah, man. Great stuff. You say Helam? What does Helam mean? Is that your government name or what is that? A rapper name?
So it's Hylam.
Hylam. Excuse me. I'm sorry for butchering that, bro.
It's all good. It's complicated. So it's a funny story. It's supposed to be HLYEM, Holy EM. My name is Elijah Malonson, so it's supposed to be Holy and then my initials EM, and it was a typo.
Your government name is Elijah Malone.
Malonson.
Say it one more time.
Malonson.
Your real name is Elijah Malonson.
Yeah, and a lot of people call me Elijah Melancon.
That's a dope name, bro. That's Elijah what? Melancon?
Yeah, that's a lot of people call me because they don't know how to pronounce Malonson.
Malonson is dope. You got a fire name. Just your government name is dope. Elijah Malonson, like that's really dope. What I would do if I were you is I would play around with different aliases. Like have your name and then like different aliases that you go by. You know, because your name, Elijah Malonson, is a fire name. That sounds like an artist name. What is Malonson? Is that just your last name?
Yeah, that's my last name. I live in Louisiana and we're Cajun, and I guess just like named from that.
Malonson. That's really cool, man. Yeah, man. I mess with it, bro.
Thank you.
I mess with it. You're dope, bro. I like it. Elijah Malonson, aka Hylam, aka what was the other one?
Melancon.
Let's go. That's awesome. Yo, great stuff, man. I can't wait to hear more music from you, bro. Make sure you hop into these Zoom calls and get to know some of these other folks in the community, bro. But
I'll be back next week, definitely.
All right, for sure, man. Good stuff. All right, guys, we got Michael Bell. Here we go. Wow, the kid's impressive, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I let go of the world, the money, the fame, but if it's attached, it's because of his name. God is the ruler of everything. Live is for Christ, the dice the game. People on Broadway, they entertain, but I choose an arrow. I use the shield of faith to stop the arrows. My God loves me more than a sparrow. My God loves me more than a bird. I pray before I eat. It's gone for the chicken and curse. God is blessing me to be a blessing, but before the blessing, God is testing me first. You talk about it, but you ain't about it. Once you be about it, you see change around. You gotta keep it 100, gotta keep it down. Keep it 100, gotta keep it down. Yeah, no matter, no matter. Hey, I got God on my side. I know He'll provide for me. He got everything I need, everything I need. God is great, God is good. Best believe me. He's in my heart, He's in my mind, He's in my soul. He's in my soul. All that pain, all that hurt, let it go. Let it go. I cannot keep it on the low. I don't care how they see me. Burden light, yoke is easy. Everything is easy peasy, let me squeeze it. Everything is easy peasy, let me squeeze it. Tell me why you look so down. Things gon' turn around. Things gon' be just fine. Alright, tell me why.
Yo, Michael, this is cool, man. How long have you been making music? Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
I use Reason.
Okay.
I've been using it for a little bit. My friend actually put me onto it.
Dope.
Got into mixing and mastering, just been around other people that have been better than me at beat making and stuff like that, and just learning from them.
So
but I've been doing it
too.
Started making beats on my phone when I was 15. And then I progressed, saved up, got a laptop. That laptop broke. Then I ran into getting another laptop my freshman year of college. And then I've been working consistently.
Nice. So did you make this beat as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So overall, I really like it. I like the vibe of it. I think you and Emmanuel, who's in the stream, I think he has something here. He submitted here. I think y'all should definitely connect and collab. Y'all kind of got similar vibes. I think that could be cool. So overall, generally, I like it. A couple of like fine tuning the details. I feel like some of the pitch correction is a little too much and a little too harsh. Yeah. So maybe experiment with some different pitch correction. Use the pitch correction tool in Reason, not Neptune, but the pitch correction tool in Reason. Okay. And then stack the auto-tune. You'll be surprised how cool that sounds, just blending that pitch corrector. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Where you double click and it goes into the, what's that called? It's not pinch bend. Is it pitch bend? I'm a Reason user. That's why I'm talking about that. So I love Reason. And then if you produce this, bro, from a production standpoint, this beat is so dope and it's so dynamic, but it's just a loop. It's literally like a 4-bar loop. Bro, you could have given me some mutes. You could have you could have muted the sample, flipped it. Like, you got the stems to this joint. I feel like as a producer, you should have went way off on the arrangement of the beat. Because it's such a slapper, but yet there are times where like this beat should fit your vocal like a glove because you're producing it and you're doing the vocal. So I mean, like, all the little details you want to accentuate, all the parts that are like the clever lines, there should be mutes in the beat, there should be instruments coming out, there should be times where it's just a kick in your vocal. Like, really arrange this and dig a little deeper as a producer. It's just a slapper, but I feel like you could have made it just more interesting and dynamic by breaking the beat down, building it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. I didn't know you were a Reason guy, man. That's actually really good to know, man. Are you gonna do that new Reason Studio, that $20 a month, or are you just sticking to the regular?
Ooh, I'm trying it out right now, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna see where that goes.
Let me know how that goes, cause I got all the plugins, like I got the whole suite, and I got all the sounds. I just don't know if I need all that other stuff. It just feels like too many options to me.
Yeah.
So. Word up, man. Good stuff, bro. I appreciate you being here, man. Fellow Reason users connect. Seriously, Daniel, thank you so much for being a channel member, bro. That means a lot. I appreciate you. All right, we got David Valen. David, please start your video if you could. After David, we got David Quinnones. I don't know. I'm butchering names tonight, guys. I apologize. All right, here we go. David Valen. All right, song is called Shotgun by News. Just dropped on the game's new mixtape, In Games. What am I listening? Is this you, or what am I listening to?
Yeah, this is me.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Sean.
Hold on. This is on the game's new mixtape? I'm so confused. The instrumental is, or you're on the game's new mixtape?
The actual song is featured on track 28 of his mixtape.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry, I missed it.
The actual song is featured on his mixtape, track 28. We got a little spot on there.
Oh, that's cool. Heck yeah. Is there profanity on this?
No, sir.
Wow. How did that come together? Gaines, I heard some other folks made it onto his project. Is he just doing a mixtape highlighting new artists?
It's basically, in a nutshell, he went on Instagram and was just like, hey, I'm trying to use my platform to put indie artists on, and if you know somebody that can spit or sing or whatever, slide in my DMs. And I didn't really think that he was going to reach out to me because he's got, thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. But I just sent him a little something, and he really liked the beat. So he was like, yeah, if you want a spot on the mixtape, then, let me know. Matter of fact, it just came out today, and he just DM'd me while I was in the Zoom with you, and he actually wants to jump on the track now.
Oh, that's cool, man. So this is where did he put this? Is this on Spotify, or where did he put this up on?
It's on all the mixtape platforms. So Dat Piff, Top Mixtapes, and SoundCloud.
Gotcha.
But I'm releasing this as a single myself when the artwork's finalized, probably on March 8th.
Heck yeah. Way cool. I'm excited to check this out. I got it queued up to 37 seconds. And we're gonna jump right into it, boss. Appreciate you.
Yo, I used to rock Ben Davis, Nike, Cortez, and Dickies. Like them boys in the hood got the guy who shot Ricky. Rolling sticky green, I was a bad boy. Bumping B.I.G. and Pac like it's bad boy. It's West Coastin', boasting. Gave up the potion, no more for me, cause I stay holy ghosting. I was a renegade, sipping on that Kessler. Now I'd rather drink a lemonade in a Tesla. So go read your Bible, little homie, stay positive. That sleeping around could leave you HIV positive. Now I'm the bad guy, cause I'm dropping bombs. Rhyme so clean, I think I write my own book of songs. Used to get high, chill, and listen to Rent, man. Now I'm ripping the mic for Elohim, rocking the headband. Still rapping, still call it how I see him. Man, God put me here for a reason. I called shotgun, cruising like it's Top Gun. Windows down, woofer bumping out that bop gun. I ain't driving, Holy Ghost is for real. I'm sitting shotgun, Jesus Christ got the wheel. I called shotgun, cruising like it's Top Gun. Windows down, woofer bumping out that bop gun. I ain't driving, Holy Ghost is for real. I'm sitting shotgun, Jesus Christ got the wheel. Roll up in a two-door coupe, bumping too short. Talking messed up to me, I smoke you like a Newport. That's how I used to think, now I live peacefully. All my old friends is old news like I used to be. Throwing up the dub in the sea like I'm Dub C. West Coast Christian with Christ, now that's my dub C. I got the blues and the reds, I can hear all the talking. Not a blood or a grip of me and Jesus C. Walking, always feel like somebody's watching me. Slaying demons on a regular, shotgun like Constantine. I was supposed to be dead, but I'm still breathing. Still repping Yeshua in all seasons. Went from deceiving to believing, took a beating. Now I'm preaching when I'm teaching, trying to plant seeds for safekeeping. Ain't nobody sleeping when I'm speaking. Man, God put me here for a reason. I called shot.
Yo, thank you for submitting this, bro. I think it's really cool that the game is doing this, and the fact that he's helping folks putting on artists and Christian music like this on his mixtapes and his platforms. That's really cool. So kudos to him and kudos to you for
thank you, man,
for doing this. I like it. I think usually this stuff doesn't sound as polished. Not polished, that's the wrong word. Usually like this retro vibe sounds more dated, but I think you pull it off substantially better than most folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't sound dated, it sounds vintage, which I think is cool. And the only other person I think of is I think of my buddy Hurt and Royal Priesthood, and like they're kind of on a similar energy, you know what I mean? And so I would encourage you, man, like as you're putting stuff out, like reach out to some of these other brothers who are kind of doing the same thing and start building some relationships behind the scenes. Where are you based out of?
Based right now, I live in Henderson, Nevada, but I used to be in Cali, and I don't know if you remember, Ruslan, but I went to one of your shows and you brought me and my buddy backstage. And
you look super familiar, bro, and I couldn't put my finger on it. The House of Blues, or where were we at?
It was actually in LA, and it was when Paul Russell.
Oh, snap! Yeah, I remember now. Okay, yep. Yeah, I totally remember now.
Ukulele.
Yeah, we told him not to. Yo, I didn't know your music was this good, bro. What a trip.
So I remember a while back you told me like, hey, like I texted you actually on your superphone a video of me doing an open mic.
Yep.
And you liked it, and you were like, yeah, keep doing open mics. So I kept doing that, and then eventually got to a point where like I was like, I got to record something now, and I came across this beat, and I just kept with it, and yeah, man. So that show that I went to your show with Jet Trouble and all them, like it inspired me because you just took us back. You let me eat your Chick-fil-A and everything.
Hey,
I remember that, man.
You know it's a family affair when you come to one of our shows, man. Yeah, bro. Someone said they'd love to hear you on a record with like a 7, like that whole Hog Mob gang. I think there's something there, bro. I feel like yeah, you just sound very confident, and I think you just like lean into this sound, bro. Like lean into this sound, get with the right producers who make this sound for you, and tell your story. You know what I'm saying? Tell that story. Like tell that like coming up on the West Coast and just what the life was like back then. The reference to the Dickies and the Ben Davis, and you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's cool, man. I think there's an audience for it. I mean, there's clearly an audience for it when you got guys like Royal Priesthood and Hurt and 7 and Hog Mob and all those guys doing stuff. I would keep leaning into it, bro, and try to build some relationships, collaborate with some people.
Yeah, by the way, we have the same birthday.
Yo, that was you today on Instagram. That's a trip, bro. What a trip. Yeah, man, that's cool, bro.
Small world.
I think you gotta, make more stuff, bro. Make more stuff, make a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Just figure out how to do visuals. I think there's gonna be a good look, you know, being affiliated with the Games Project. And yeah, man, how do you like Henderson? A lot of folks are moving to Vegas, Henderson area from Cali.
I like it a lot, man, but I'm actually I'm only here temporarily for my day job. Okay. And then they're gonna actually send me to do you know where Lake Texoma is?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's right on the border of Oklahoma and Texas, so northern Texas.
Okay, yeah. So just north of Dallas, south of OKC.
There's a big lake right on the border right there. Okay. And I'm gonna be heading there soon.
Okay, way cool, man. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Word up. Well, I'm glad you're here, bro, and I'm glad that you go.
I'll be back next Friday with something else.
Let's go.
I got something else cooking.
Let's go, man. Very cool. All right, yo, we're gonna keep this thing moving. We have David coming up next. Let me pin him up, and then I'm going to play his record right away. Here we go. David. It's called A1.
Hi, I'm El Más Duro, papi.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready. I went through the storm. It did not shake me. All that talk on the internet, it do not faze me. You say I should preach. I will prophesy to the dead. I will give them breath. I will move mountains. I will bring fire from heaven. I think I hit the jackpot. 7, 7, 7, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 bowls of wrath. He's bringing a judgment. He told me to bring it, I brought it, and in abundance. Don't be lukewarm. Either you hate it or love it. This honey is sweet, but make you sick to your stomach. From my mouth flow rivers of living water. This place might get flooded. Put me in the game. I'm beating the buzzer. I do it with ease. I do not have to hustle. He will direct my path. You better off thrown in the sea if he caused me to stumble. I come from the mud, I stepped in them puddles. I feel like Moses, he parted the Red Sea. It don't matter how he sounded. He stuttered and I mumbled. God resists the proud, he gives grace to the humble. I don't do it for fame, I don't do it for money. I do the book so you know my story. You don't want me to read, either way, I speak with authority.
Yo, David, this is much better than last week in terms of just your delivery and your energy on this. The issue with it is the joint is kind of distorted, bro. Like I had to turn it way down. So I want you to keep making stuff, and I would encourage you to like just look at just the basics of like gain staging and the levels, because it's real loud to the point where it's like it sounds like it's gonna blow my speaker out. And I don't know, you probably didn't do that intentionally. So just some basic mixing stuff, hopping on YouTube, learning compression, EQ, de-esser, limiting the record. It just sounds mad like hot and distorted. I don't know if you're hearing that. I'm definitely hearing that. And a few other people have had that same issue tonight. So I would just say keep doing it. Like you sound more energetic on this one than last week. And the delivery is a little better. But the gain staging and the way the volume is on this, it almost makes it unbearable to listen to because it's so distorted and so loud. So like turn everything down. The first thing you want to do when you get a beat, bro, is just turn it down, like way down, and then lay your vocal, and then run it through like Lander or something. Lander's a mastering software you can get. That's like $10 a month. You can get a trial of it. And just experiment with just the basics, compression, EQ, de-esser, though in that sequence, and run it through something to make it loud but not distorted. Because right now it just sounds very distorted, even if you just look at the waveform. But I feel like you're moving in the right direction, bro. I feel like, you know, this is something that you sound more passionate. It sounds more interesting. You're still dropping your scriptures and you're still preaching in it, which I know is your heart. And I would say keep going. Just be mindful of all the details, man, because there's a lot that goes into music for the sake of the listener. You know what I'm saying? You there? I can't hear you. I don't know if you're trying to say something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So does that make sense? I don't know if you noticed that it was like distorted and loud like that.
Yeah. I just make my music like, you know, in one day, one night. So I don't really focus too much on the editing, you know.
Okay.
But I will work on that.
Okay. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the submission.
Hey, man, I just want to say I loved your video with Alan Parr.
Hey, appreciate you watching, bro. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, that's the homie. I was actually on the phone with him afterwards. And man, that brother's so helpful to me in more than one way. So I'm extremely grateful for Alan Parr.
All right, man.
Word, man. Appreciate you, brother. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. If you guys didn't know, I was on Alan Parr's channel this morning, and we had a really good conversation about lust and overcoming sexual immorality and crushing sin and not fornication and pornography. It was really cool. So that's what David is referencing, in case you guys are wondering. So Alan Parr, friend of mine, YouTube channel. He just cracked 600,000 subscribers, and yeah, man, super cool dude. So I'm super grateful, and that's what David was referring to. You guys should all watch that stream if you have not. Okay, so we got who's next? We got G.I. Soul, Sofini Beats, 415 Rocket, and homie Nick D and Emmanuel. So I think we got Sofini Beats next. Where you at, Sofini? Let me pin you up, and then we got Rocket right after you. All right, Sofini. So Feeny, thank you so much for submitting this. So there's some elements in here that I really like, and there's some things in here that I'm not the biggest fan of. Some of the piano stabs and the bass line towards the end. Like some of that stuff is cool towards the end. I'm not a fan of this synth and the general gain staging of things. I think this could be a bit more focused. I think overall, this is definitely the best thing I've heard from you. Like you've definitely gotten better at production. And so I would encourage you keep exploring mixing the production, the sounds, the kicks, to punch, how everything sits. But generally speaking, I think you've gotten substantially better. I just want you to be intentional and deliberate about all of your choices. And I don't know how deliberate you were about some of the selections here versus just kind of looping up different pieces, you know? And so that would be my advice, is like, just be very deliberate about how sounds blend together, and how they like complement each other instead of just kind of putting different stuff together. Because there's some parts here that sound really cool, but overall it does sound a bit busy at times. So you're going in the right direction. Keep working and keep being attentive to the details in this stuff. All right, so Feeny, I'm gonna let you go and bring in 415 Rocket. I need you to start your video, boss, if you could. We got a few more submissions. 415 Rocket, here we go.
Had your wife. Explicit.
Sliding down the fast lane with murder on my brain. It's a gun inside my hand, but I can't feel a thing. I got blood inside my eyes and my heart in pain. Can I tell you about my story when I joined the gang? Sliding down the fast lane with murder on my brain. It's a gun inside my hand, but I can't feel a thing. I got blood inside my eyes and my heart in pain. Can I tell you about my story when I joined the gang? 7 years old, I was fighting and I didn't know. I was gang banging, getting jumped by niggas in 44. My mama say I'm bad, but OG say they got me. I was at the corner store with drugs on my conscience. Pistol in my pants, my OG had to cock it. It's too big for my hands, but I got the heart to pop it. Start up the car, now we rolling. I see the street lights on, but I'm focused. I know my mama wonder where I'm at, cause this world can be roguish. In the back of a lat with a strap that I'm holding. If the police pull us over, it's a rap like a poet. But the car just stopped, we ain't doing no more rolling. Sliding down the fast lane with murder on my brain. It's a gun inside my hand, but I can't feel a thing. I got blood inside my eyes and my heart in pain. Can I tell you about my story when I joined the gang? Sliding down the fast lane with murder on my brain. It's a gun inside my hand, but I can't feel a thing. I got blood inside my eyes and my heart in pain. Can I tell you about my story when I joined the gang? Pulled up the Dixon Projects. I opened up the door, my OG said not yet. You see them niggas on the porch, you can die quick. This is real life, we ain't rehearsing for no movie script. You gon' get a hearse, and the news gon' be your movie clip. You wanna build blood, nigga, then you gotta kill a crip. Get out the car.
Yo, dude, I like elements of this. How long have you been making music, 415 Rocket? We lost you, boss. Camera went off. 415 Rocket. There you are. Can you unmute yourself? You're still muted. Yo, can you hear me? Okay, there you go. Can you hear me? You just gotta unmute yourself and use the headphones, boss. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. Here, let me just give you my feedback while we're figuring this out. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I couldn't. I can't hear nothing for some reason. I don't know, on my phone it's not allowing me to hear nothing.
Okay, so you cannot hear me.
I can't hear you either, Ruslan.
Oh, you can't. Oh, hold on.
Me neither.
Okay, hold up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, dope. So there's gonna be a little echo. So how long have you been making music, 415 Rocket?
Since I've been making music since I was a child. I would say started off in the church when I was, I say about in the third, no, probably fourth grade. I started to play the drums inside my grandmother's church. She was my auntie. She taught me how to play the drums while she did the piano. I started to do music then. Before then, I was already starting to play the saxophone in like first grade. And then I elevated as I got older, and I started to actually listen to rap, and I started actually creating rap and recording in studios when I was about 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
To actually record.
Where are you based out of?
I'm from Dallas, Texas. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm stationed in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Marine, so I'm in the Marine Corps, and right now I'm going to school right now in Ohio.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Thank you for your service, bro. I'm near Camp Pendleton in Southern California. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that base, one of the biggest bases out there.
Yeah, I went to boot camp there.
Hey, there you go, man. I appreciate you serving our country, bro. That's really cool. So I hear glimpses of some really cool stuff. I hear like a little bit of Young Thug in your tone at times. I hear like some melodic elements, and then I also hear stuff that I think could use a little bit of work in the sense of the tone and the melodies being in the pocket of the instrumental. And so I think a combination of laying it in a way where it's in tune, maybe using auto-tune, like that could be a way to help you to kind of stay in the key of the music, as well as just hitting some more interesting cadences. So I think the story you're painting is dope, and the story you're telling is dope. Rich Homie Quan, yeah, I hear those tones, but it's like I think you might need to incorporate some auto-tune to help you stay in tune with the record, not to keep it on permanently, but to guide your vocal as you're laying it, because you're doing this like melodic thing, but the melodic thing has to be in the tune of the key of the beat. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe the auto-tune was in a different key if you were using auto-tune. Were you using auto-tune on that?
My engineer, I think he put auto-tune in there. He because my engineer, he also worked with Young Thug and Gunna, because I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So he worked with the Young Thug and Gunna, and he now is working with a newer artist that signed to QC named Metro Mars.
Okay. So let me ask you this: do you have access to build out your own setup so you could just get more of those hours recording yourself all the time?
Well, with him, I can record at pretty much any time I want to. I'm about to build my own studio from scratch though.
Okay.
And put it inside my house.
Dope.
Dope.
So I think that, and understanding just the basics of auto-tune and how to get auto-tune to be in the same key as the beat, I think will instantly help you level up. Like, you have all the potential and you have a story to tell, but there is parts of it that are just a little bit rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Tonally, and some of the cadences. And I don't know if there's any one thing I could tell you right now to like, as a tip, outside of like, get your own setup, learn auto-tune, learn the basics, get your engineer to create a vocal preset for you, and then just like record all the time. Like, record as much as possible and get as many hours under your belt as possible. That would be my advice, is like, I think you just need more time under tension to develop this muscle, that you have a musical ability, but transitioning that into becoming like a full-blown artist requires a lot of attention to detail, those 10,000 hours, just like learning an instrument, just like anything else. You know what I mean? And so I think what you've been able, because you grew up in a musical background, it sounds like you've been able to skill stack and take some of those skills from being a musician as a kid over to recording. But I think if you're trying to compete with the Young Thugs and the Gunnas and that world, you got to really understand like those algorithms and how that software works and the feel that music creates. And I think your on your way, but I just feel like it's going to require more time under tension, which is going to, you getting your own setup, you being deliberate, you being focused, and leaning into the technology, and being willing to put in 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week, really tinkering with the software and developing your craft in that way. There's especially that sound of music. Like that's not an easy sound to pull off. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in the Atlanta scene, that's a very difficult sound to pull off if you're not coming from being enriched in that community. People just kind of think anybody can do that. Like, and it's not. Like there's a lot that goes into it. I know guys that have engineered the Thugs and the Futures and all that, and it's way more deliberate than folks think it is. You know what I mean? So I would encourage you, get your setup going and start like experimenting as quickly as possible. I wouldn't be dependent on another engineer to help you build your sound. I don't think it's cost efficient. I don't think it's a long-term strategy. And I think I would be figuring out how you can do as much of it as you can on your own.
Yes, sir.
And your engineer just supplements. Your engineer just helps you finish the record. You know what I'm saying? You do the record on your own, you pass it on to your engineer to take it through the finish line, you know?
Yes, sir. I also have a question with me, because that song right there was before I actually like converted over to Christ and started devoting my life to Christ. With that was like one of the last songs I actually did. Okay. So you know, I don't say the N-word no more or anything like that. Cool. You know, I try to keep derogatory language out of my music now that I'm more about to start sending more music to you. Dope. That's more me actually like worshiping Christ. Awesome. So my question was, you know, how can what is some of the tips you can give me when creating Christian hip hop? Just pretty much what are some of the tips you can give me when creating Christian hip hop? I think Christian hip hop is best created from people that are consumed with being Christians. So I think you consume yourself with being a follower of Jesus, reading your Bible, praying, being plugged into a local church, fasting, right? Like all those things that like are the rudimentary practices of those of us who call ourselves followers of Jesus. I think the more you do that, and let God sanctify you, and then the music should be an overflow of that. You know what I mean? So if you aren't, if you're not naturally a guy that's into apologetics, you know, the defense of the faith, the apologet, don't feel like you got to rap about apologetics. If you're not into like super deep theology, don't feel like you got to rap about super deep theology. Like make music that's an overflow of your relationship with Jesus. And that's really the best advice I could give you is like follow Jesus and the music will follow. You know what I'm saying? Follow Christ, the day-to-day, the regular, the community, the fellowship, the scriptures, the prayer, the fasting, all those things, moving away maybe from certain people you know you shouldn't be around anymore, you know, eliminating certain things from your lifestyle. Let the music follow that. Don't try to make music that's curated to Christian fans, because Christian fans are finicky. They don't really know what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the best thing you can do to make Christian music is be a Christian. Like be a fully devoted follower of Jesus, bro. And if you and even if you're struggling in certain things, like be vulnerable. I think that'll translate better than trying to give you like a list of like do's and don'ts. You know, my advice to you is, bro, like fall in love with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Keep pressing into Jesus. And then make music out of that, and pray before you write. Think about the ideas. Think about the pictures you want to paint. Right? Go sit with the parables. Go sit with the book of Esther. Go look at all the different ways that art is not art, but messaging is expressed in the scriptures. There's more than just one way to communicate God's truth. People always think like I gotta say it one way. There's a variety of different ways. You know what I'm saying? That if you look at the Psalms are mad different than the Proverbs. The Proverbs is mad different than Song of Solomon. The parables of Jesus is mad different than the writings of Paul. You know what I'm saying? So there's no one way to like communicate God's truth. So bro, just lean into. There's a lot of good churches out there in Atlanta. Y'all churches has been meeting the whole time. You know, hopefully you're in a church and get around some other creative people that like are after the heart of Jesus, and I think you'll be fine, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Hopefully that's helpful. We got the homie Nick D with a new one. Let's go. Hey.
Produced by yours truly, ladies and gentlemen. We cooked this up today in one day.
The call ain't dropped, little homie, I was busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa. And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step. We ain't in the same league, not cut from the same cloth. We don't have the same dream, not singing the same song. Not thinking the same thing, we ain't thinking the same thoughts. He doing the dang thing, he better than they thought. They don't understand, so they just stare. Try to figure how you jump without a parachute. Like how you gonna land it without a backup plan to seem manic. But call ain't dropped, little homie, I was busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa. And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step, they don't pay attention, but they pay for attention. There's something in the air tonight, I think that it's tension. And maybe some other things that I ain't gon' mention. I never need no sunblock with all the shade you sending. I guess you needed somewhere you could throw your wrench in. Thought you really meant it, but you was just pretending, saying they don't comprehend it. But you was probably right. I've been looking for our friendship, I can ship that overnight. It'll be there in the morning. Sorry, got an appointment, not gonna be able to make it. You promise, you break it, but we could probably reshape it. No matter how you arrange it, you'll always be missing pieces, airing out your own secrets. Call ain't dropped, little homie, I was busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa. And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step.
With the cameo from Levi Jackson. I gotta run some of that back. Hold on.
Yeah, it's busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa.
That cadence is really dope. Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum, bump, bump. It's like a jazz scat that you're doing. That's really cool.
And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step. We ain't in the same league, not cut from the same cloth. We don't have the same dream, not singing the same song. Not thinking the same thing, we ain't thinking the same thoughts. He doing the dang thing, he better than they thought. They don't understand, so they just stare at you. Try to figure how you jump without a parachute. Like how you gonna land it without a backup plan to seem manic. But call ain't dropped, little homie, I was busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa. And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step, they don't pay attention, but they pay for attention. There's something in the air tonight, I think that it's tension. And maybe some other things that I ain't gon' mention. I never need no sunblock with all the shade you sending. I guess you needed somewhere you could throw your wrench in. Thought you really meant it, but you was just pretending, saying they don't comprehend it. But you was probably right. I've been looking for our friendship, I can ship that overnight. It'll be there in the morning. Sorry, got an appointment, not gonna be able to make it. You promise, you break it, but we could probably reshape it. No matter how you arrange it, you'll always be missing pieces, airing out your own secrets. Call ain't dropped, little homie, I was busy. Rainwater on the cold drip, I'm posted. Flow so cool, I'm surprised it ain't Elsa. And you'll only ever know when she tells you. Guess it's one step.
Nick D bringing me out of my retirement, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, brother. I love it, man. I really like it. Yo, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Since I set up this whole new studio here, I have not done anything musically. This is the longest, arguably, in my life that I've went without producing anything. So this is like literally music to my ears to hear something that I've created come to such beautiful fruition with the wonderful Nicholas Donovan, all the way from Culpeper, Virginia, bro. I love it, bro. I think it's super dope, and I think you're just at this point. I just feel like you just can't miss, bro. It's like you really just you cannot miss. Like it's like you ain't missed yet, man.
So I mean, I texted you, right? Like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, you did that quick. When that couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 hours ago.
So that was so I wanted to do it, right, kind of as inspiration for people watching, because I didn't feel like creating today. I didn't get a good night's sleep. I had a long day, and
you was in North Carolina 24 hours ago.
What was that?
You was in North Carolina 24 hours ago.
Yeah, I was in North Carolina. I got home about 1 a.m.
Okay.
I didn't sleep well. Got up. My wife's pregnant. We had a ultrasound, so we drove a little over an hour for ultrasound. And we was out there. We came back. Anyway, I just didn't. It was raining, and I didn't feel like creating today. Wasn't in the mood, but I wanted to make something anyway, you know, so that people could see that you can get past that type of, you know, you don't feel creative, you can work through it. And I think it turned out good. And I also wanted to say this. It's like a tip, I thought. So let's say you write songs and they never come out. I never feel like what I say is bad, but sometimes I'll feel like how I delivered it is bad, right? So on this song, I probably took 8 bars from another place from 2019, I think. 2019 that I never. So you can reuse that. You know, I just created something fresh today. For everybody else, is brand new. The 8 of those bars are from 2019 that I never put out, and it was how I delivered it. So I always feel like what I'm saying is good enough. And it's interesting because you write it to a different BPM or you write it to a different beat, so it makes you think of a new melody or add in a word or two to make it fresh and fit what's happening here. So it changes what you didn't like about it. You know what I mean? Based on how you're delivering it. So I don't know. That's what I learned. Not too long ago. I'll dive back into some lyrics or dive back into some songs.
You quote yourself. Quote yourself. I love it. Tell me this. What is that process like? What kind of mentality do you have to have when you don't feel like doing something, but you know you have to do it? Not that you. I guess that's the wording, right? You get to do it. Like you get to make art. Even when you don't feel like it, and it becomes, most people view it like I feel like it, right? But it becomes more like, no, this is just who I am. This is a muscle that I have to exercise. Inspiration is a muscle. You get to choose to be creative, not wait for inspiration to hit you. You know, talk about that, because there's a lot of folks that get caught up in not creating because they don't feel like it in the moment. But if we just did what we felt all the time, we would be awful creatures. We would be terrible humans if we just did what we felt all the time. So explain how you like applied that to this situation where you're back, you're tired, you don't feel like creating, but there's something in you that's like, nope, I'm going to create anyway, and I'm going to come with something fresh for the stream tonight.
Yeah, and then you can relate it back to, I know you always do the basketball type, you know, references, or even going to the gym, you know, the days you don't feel like going to the gym, sometimes are your best workout, you know, or sometimes you don't want to go put up 100 shots, but that day you make 90, you know, 90 out of 100, you know. So I don't know, you know, it's just the days that you don't want to do it could be one of your best days, and the days you really feel like doing it, you might never even drop that song. So it's the same as the approach for releasing the content. But and I texted you. I said, hey, send me some beats. You know, I don't know if I told you I didn't feel like creating, but I was like, send me some, and I'm gonna make some and I'll submit it tonight. So yeah, I made it. You know, I probably made it, to be honest, in about 45 minutes, because you sent it to me, and then I had to do the dishes, and I had to.
You sent it to me, and then I had to do the dishes.
I did, bro. I'm married, man. I gotta do that. Knock that stuff out.
That domesticated life.
So,
yeah, I love it, man. I think it's a great example for the fellow creatives in this community who, you know, sometimes let their emotions get the best of them. Sometimes get their lack of whatever get the best of them. And I think that's a good discipline to have, man, because that's the difference between a professional and an amateur. Is a professional shows up when they don't feel like it. Like, straight up. Like, a professional will pull up and do what they don't feel like doing and still perform at a proficient level when they don't feel like doing it. And how you do anything is how you do everything. You know what I mean? Like, how you do anything is how you do everything. How you write that song, how you go that extra mile. To me, it's real deep because it's a reflection of our character. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm going to do a stream, I don't do a JV stream. Like, I don't make a JV beat. Like, no. Like, I'm going all the way for it. Like, I'm going 100% in every single thing that I attach my name to, or I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm either going all out or I'm not doing it. And I feel like oftentimes we just kind of coast through it and make excuses to be mediocre. And to me, I think the name of God and Jesus over my life is way too important to be associated with anything mediocre. You know what I mean? And so I think it's dope, man. And it's encouraging to me, and it's encouraging and it's challenging at the same time, because I'm like, yo, this man Nick goes so hard, bro. This man Nick goes so hard with a family, with responsibilities, with all the things you got emotionally. You're still baby on the way, you know, a young son, and you still go so hard. And it's like, man, it's inspiring and challenging at the same time, bro. And I really appreciate that about you, because it's dope, man.
Yeah, that was the goal, and I was hoping that what I just made myself create when I didn't feel like it would be inspirational for somebody watching, you know, to go do the same thing. You know, it's easy to create when you're inspired. You know, it's not easy to create when you don't feel like it.
Come on. Bars! Explosion sound. I'm telling you what they're hearing on another explosion sound. Bro, thank you so much, man. I'm me and Ray Rock finna jump in the bag, be cooking. I gotta send you some beats. I gotta send Alcott some beats.
I need all of them.
We're almost done with this course, so as soon as I'm done with this course, it's gonna be a problem. I feel like once I get this course out, it'll be the release for me to start really allocating time on the daily to start producing. Right now it's just been like, just be faithful. I mean, we talked about it offline, and it's challenging. It's challenging, but it's good, because I'm the guy that wants to do 10 different things all the time without focusing and seeing one thing through and crushing one thing and knocking one thing out of the park. And so you've been doing that with music, and I've been doing that with YouTube. I can't wait to be able to have YouTube on like autopilot, so we could get some of this music out, because we got so much good music, man. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah. Got a lot.
So Nick D, ladies and gentlemen, if you're an independent artist and you're not following Nick D, if you like good music and you're not following Nick D, shame on you. Go follow I Am Nick D on all platforms, specifically TikTok and IG Reels. You should really be paying attention to what he's doing there if you're trying to cut through and be disruptive in this climate. All right, appreciate you, Nick. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, we got the homie Emmanuel, and then we got one more after Emmanuel, Pim the OP. What's up, Emmanuel? How you doing, boss?
What's up, bro?
Yo, we matching, son. We matching. Twinsies.
Hey.
Twinsies. Let's go.
Don't get that.
No, they can't. No, they can't. They can't get it. It's it. It's just us that got it.
This time, go get it.
Next time, if it ever comes out. My wife don't want me to drop anymore. I'll keep it a buck. All right, let's get into this. What does it sound like?
Congratulations, too.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Shout out to the people that been living right. Make it side, share me. Shout out to you for doing right. Make it side, share me. Understand sides. Hold it to the side, on the side. Give it right, all right. Understand side. Follow on your side. Hope the Holy Spirit on your side. Go away on the side. This is not a game if you understand side. I'ma show you what it mean. Do like, follow the Lord like do right. Get it. Understand this word and you get it. Then you'll see your way. Don't play cause you gon' see it. This is not a game, go get it. Do it. Understand your life, give it up. Don't think you tough. Don't think you everything. Get it with them, bro.
Is that it or is there more?
It's more.
Okay.
Hold it to the side, on the side. Give it right, all right. Understand side.
Yeah.
Follow on your side. Hope the Holy Spirit on your side. Go away on the side. This is not a
Hold on.
Wanna see you anytime, that's every day. Do it for you, Lord, that's how I see it. I'ma say this every day. Understand you gon' hit anytime I be on a track like I want my father. I stand tall, what you want, my father.
Yeah.
I'ma get it now and then and whenever you want it, anytime I'll be with you. Yeah.
Are you saying sight or sauce? I can't tell what you're saying.
Sides.
What does that mean?
Oh, thank you that you asked. Oh my God.
Because I don't know if I'm just sleepy or that joint just is like next level slaps. I can't tell which one it is, but I like it. As of right now, I really like it, but I'm also pretty tired. But I really like it. So that that joint's like
You know, when you with, all right, be honest with you, your father is either Satan.
Okay.
Let me go low. I'm gonna go low right there. Your father is either Satan
Mm-hmm.
or your father is either God. So sides.
Ah, so like pick a side.
Yeah.
I like it.
And one thing God has told me, and I'm gonna share this because I believe this is good for the people. There was a time where Jeremiah spoke to the people of God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward, Jesus died for mankind, right?
Right.
So, revelation I got from what God showed me in the scriptures is that how Jeremiah spoke to the people of God, there's people out here that speaks to the human race. Because when God comes back, Jesus come back, you know how it's gonna be. So I'm saying sides, understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like understand and come to God because he's after you. He's using not just me, he's using you. He's using Nick D. He's using everybody. You know, everybody that's in his name.
Yeah.
To come to speak to the world. You know what I'm saying? And I know. Do you agree with that? I mean,
yeah, of course. I think that's fire, and I think it's fire how wavy and drippy it is because average person on the first listen is not gonna catch all that. You know what I'm saying? But on
and
the
I'm
second,
very deep. And I was gonna ask you and I wanted to ask you. And besides all what we're talking about, I wanted to ask you. I'm a very deep person, and sometimes I can be annoying in that aspect because people in my life be like, "You go too deep," and I'll be like, "But that's me." So when it comes to the music, it's like a deep place because I understand that I have to be careful what I say, and I don't want to, because it's so much in me that I really want to say, but I want to say it right to where it edifies the body first, but not only that, but also helps the world come to Jesus.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what's dope about being deep, Emmanuel, is that like you could take this song and do like a live stream breakdown of the lyrics and then do like a Bible study around it. You know what I mean? So you could take one song and then create multiple pieces of content and use it as a tool to teach. There'll be a bunch of folks that like.
Am I qualified for that? The thing is with that is
you qualified to talk about your own art, bro. You are qualified to talk about your own art. I'm not saying you got to be out here posing as some big religious expert. I'm saying it's your record and you it was inspired by scripture. And I think you packaging that with lyric breakdowns is going to drive people that much deeper with you because there's so much depth in your music that on the surface, people are just kind of like, oh, this is like real wavy and it's Christian. But it's like, to you, it's way deeper than that. And I think that's fly. I think you should lean into that.
And I ask you, how do you see that? Because I don't necessarily have I have everything I need, but it's like maybe me in here needs to perfect that. And I'm growing. I'm just saying, like, give me maybe a spiritual, not even a spiritual, but like a revelation, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I think
how you see it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I see it. Because
you are a brother. Like, it's not. I don't look at you like Ruslan.
Sure.
I look at you as brother.
Yeah. Like, and I've known you long enough that's there. So I would say, you breaking down your songs could be you doing that in whatever format you feel comfortable. It could be on your Instagram, it could be on your YouTube, it could be on your SoundCloud. You could just be play a part, talk about the song, play another part, talk about the song. You know what I'm saying? And pull people into what it is that you're trying to communicate through your art in a way that takes them deeper. Because I think most people don't know how much goes into a song, you know what I mean? And especially your songs, because your songs is this weird, just juxtaposition of like really modern, wavy auto-tune music with like really rich, deep theological truth. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's actually really cool. I think you're onto something. I would say don't be intimidated or afraid to share that. Like, you share what God is revealing to you. You're accountable to share what God's showing you. You don't got it doesn't mean you're a pastor or a teacher. It just means like, yo, this is what I mean by this song, and this is what this song means to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Boom. And there's also a degree where maybe there is some like maybe you do need to figure out what you need to do day to day to just be more confident about what God is doing in you and through you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Tiano Reed said therapy. Like, for me, that was it. I had to go to therapy to be more congruent and be more transparent.
I was just looking that up. I ain't gonna lie.
And so for me, I knew that there was a pattern that was inconsistent, and I was having trouble being vulnerable with people in my real life, but let alone if I can't be vulnerable with people in my real life, I got no business trying to be on YouTube and be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So I had to work on that. I had to literally go and see a therapist and work through that and get help and go through a men's skills course at my church and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then also attack it from a physical standpoint. And so my advice to you would be, bro, whatever barrier is there, pray that God will reveal it to you, and don't be afraid to take the tools available to you to work on that, even if that costs you something. There's a story about two men that you probably heard me say this before. Just two men. They both want to go into the wood. They will both want to go into the woods and chop down some wood for their fireplace. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are trying to do the same thing. One guy goes out there with an axe and just starts chopping down a tree. You know what I'm saying? The other guy spends 2 hours sharpening his blade and then spends half the time chopping down the tree. You know what I'm saying? They both get the same result. One uses his time more efficiently and sharpens his blade. My question to you would be, are you doing things day to day to sharpen your blade so that you could have the confidence to share what God's putting on your heart? And this is for everybody. Like, but it was definitely for me at the time, and I feel like it's for you. Like, are you sharpening that blade so that you holistically feel like a person that is worthy of sharing what God's put on your heart with other people?
Yes, and I will apply with yes, because I've learned to understand that walking with God isn't necessarily instant. Mm-hmm. It's a walk. When being born again is also like being born.
Come on.
You have to climb. I mean,
you got to crawl. You got to walk. Yeah. No. I'm tracking with you, and it's messy. My wife's about to have a baby. It's messy. It's being born again. It's a mess. It's a mess. It could be traumatic. There could be blood. They could be tearing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pleasant experience. And so I'm with you. I'm tracking with you, bro.
Yeah, and that's my heart, and I just want the people that hear me and understand that is that I am after Jesus and God. I am after Jesus.
Amen.
And I can go on and on about Jesus and God and the difference, and there's no difference. But I can go on and on about that. But I'm just saying, I'm after the right things.
You are.
That's been put inside me.
Amen.
So it's like, it's a journey, and that's why I make everything. That's why I've placed things in my life and the things that I put out journey, because crawling, walking is a journey. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. I would, man, sharpen that blade, bro. Sharpen that blade. I think you know the steps you need to take.
And you have definitely helped that, bro. Like you have took it from like this to like going up.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother.
I really do. I'm thankful for you.
Drop your handle in the chat, man. Folks want to follow you in the YouTube chat so they can check out your Instagram, your other stuff.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say it too, Emmanuel LLT.
Emmanuel LLT on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen. All right, brother. I'm gonna get this last submission in, man. Thank you so much, bro. We got the who's next? We got Pim the OP. Pim the OP. Let's get it.
What's up?
I like this beat. Woo!
She wants that designer love in her life now. Pictures she sees on the gram wants it right now. Chasing the fantasy all in her mind now. Wants it straight up, but it ain't been her time now. We want that designer love, the one that the stories are made of, the love that you can never ignore. Yeah, we want that designer love. Yeah, yeah. Give me the designer's love, the one that will always last for us, the one that touches us from above. I said, give me the designer's love. Yeah, yeah. Designer love, she'll ask for it. Yeah, anything else, she'll pass in it. Said she wants the best, no weird business. Passing all the checks, still pay for it. Life a game of chess, been played by the boys and had DMs who only wanna see her in the PM. They hit her up and leave her saying G thanks, wondering who's gonna be next. Notifications unread, feelings left being unsaid, emotions while left unchecked. Relationship goals they're not met, but who's already seen yet? Nobody's perfect, that's a cheap bet. Designers love, we need that, yeah. She wants that designer love in her life now. Pictures.
Yo, where are you based out of, bro? I hear an accent, but I can't put my finger on it.
Melbourne, Australia.
Hey, that's right. I think you submitted something before, right? Yeah, bro. I love the accent. I like the rapping. I think the way you like approached it with the rapping is really cool. I think the song is written well. I feel like some of the layering and some of the stacking and the vocal EQ is honestly a bit muddy, and that just requires some more delicate mixing and some more intentionality with how you work through like those layers in your vocal and stuff like that. So a combination of EQ.
Yeah, I just wanted to get the ideas down and.
Okay, so this is more like a demo. This is more like a demo.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So I would just clean up the low end and the mixing, and I think if you do that, you start seeing a cleaner vocal take. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for the submission, bro. I'm excited to hear more stuff from you. All right, guys. We got one last submission from G.I. Soul, the freestyle. If I missed you tonight, forgive me, but you weren't in the Zoom call and it's late. All right, so let's see what G.I. Soul got a beat for us to take us out. G.I. Soul, G.I. Soul, G.I. Soul, now I know G.I. Soul on the beat, let it go, freestyling for my soul. Ooh. G.I. Soul, G.I. Soul, G.I. Soul, G.O.D. Let them know, freestyling for my soul. Gotta go, gotta glow, gotta flow. Australia in the house. You know that I know, you know that I see freestyle when I be my man Nick D. He be coming with that freedom, walking with Christ. You know I see him crucified, resurrected, wanna be him. Not in that way, as if I wanna be God. I mean, it's odd. I just wanna be with him. Walking next to the Messiah, I'm trying to see with him. Oh yes, the beat is called Clay. I be beating it so fresh. I fell off a little bit as the beat. Keep it on, street, keep it on, beat, keep it on, meet me. I don't smoke trees, I don't smoke weed. But they be watching my videos and think that I be wildin'. I don't understand Ruslan, I just be freestyling. I be having fun on the Fan Love Friday. It's a gang of y'all watching, I'ma do it my way. On a highway going under the speed limit, cause I'm a responsible man of God and you see to it. Walking in the spirit and I've been through it. I've been all over and I got my theme music cause God seen knew it. I did it, I'm a fiend student. Meaning I'm fiending to learn, you know I dream to it. I scream to it, I'm seen fluid. I seen a scenic route, then I came back around. Going to therapy, They ain't understanding me, but it don't matter, ain't we gotta be scared of me to the seat of deliverance coming through on the other side, walking with the Holy Spirit got me shivering. Oh my God is the greatest. Oh my life been the greatest changes since I started again, blending with the friend, hanging out on a Fan Love Friday again. Wait until I feel the release to drop some more music for these streets, to get some more beats, get you moving feet, dancing in the hallways. You know this is always my flows, my times, doing it for the Messiah, Yahweh. We take it higher. Yahshua came down and bore it all. I said it in a rap, but I ain't standing that tall. 5, 10, 11 and a half. If I'm playing basketball, I'm falling on my... I ain't mean to cuss, we talked about that last night. As the Wi-Fi going on, you know we so bright, and you know we fall light. Gotta let the light shine every single day, and you know I got rhymes every single way, and you know I got time. My man came out, you know he did a lot of time, but he free now, kinda like Ruslan when I got a freestyle, kinda like Ruslan when I'm going see now. Prophesying in the Lord, this is the truth though. I keep it moving and you know the truth, bro. Hit harder, hit slaughter every single day. I got a son, 7 months, maybe I have a daughter. I mean, my wife is pregnant, 7 months. We got like 6 weeks to go. I'm just having fun with the freestyle flow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the choppy internet. I appreciate everybody rocking with us. That is my brother G.I. Soul. If you enjoyed this video, give it, actually it doesn't really matter if you give us a thumbs up. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. We get like 500,000 people watching this channel and only 64,000 subscribers, 62,000 subscribers. It don't really matter about the numbers because God is good. All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, peace. Hey, thank you so much for making it through the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and maybe you're feeling inspired to jump into some YouTube creator content, maybe you're an expert in the field, I have a super dope course coming very soon. No, it's not a $5,000 or $1,000 mastermind course. It's gonna be extremely affordable. So that's on the way, but we want to give you guys a free training and PDF that's available right now. So be sure to opt into that in the description below or in the cards. Joshua the king came down and bore it all. Yeah, conversations front of the fireplace. All of my mistakes, how do I erase? Wanna operate at a higher pace. Birth pains causing the body to dilate. On a first name basis with the worst pain facing. Moments in isolation. See, I wish to get more family time. A busy mind and worried heart is just not where I reside. I subscribed that all that traveling wasn't doing well for my soul. Glad I never made it when my name went through the rumor mill. I suppose that the Lord knows I'd have failed. Instead, I'm doing well at home, out my shell. Good book off the shelf, more dubs off the L's. I told Ray they ain't just gon' know us, they gon' know us well. Happy to have failed my way to success. With my family by my side, Lord knows what's next. Yahshua.